Okay, we got to open up these mics. Miss Demi, I know you're here to learn too, but we got to have you. You're the only one in the class.
Okay, Miss Rippy.
Crypto. Now, crypto, what are we going to do in the crypto? What is it called that we're doing to turn that crypto into profits? It's part of the what kind of system? Decentralized finance or Miss Simone, you there?
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I don't think I went blank.
Decentralized finance. What do we also call that? DeFi. Try to
Deep.
keep it simple. Yeah. DeFi.
Okay.
DeFi, because it's our decentralized finance that gives is the opportunity to build in to or to grow finances with cryptocurrency, correct?
Correct.
All
Yes.
right. Now from DeFi, once we grow those profits, what are we looking to create with that, the profits? What does P2G stand for?
Oh, pennies to go.
And
Gold,
what's our final
gold,
output?
Oh,
That's the gold or
silver.
hard assets.
Oh,
Because it can be gold, it can be silver, it can be land.
right. Yes.
Okay. It can be physical investment, anything that offers you growth, but an asset, a physical asset, right? I
Mm-hmm.
say hard assets. All right, that's our process. So today we utilize Cash App, we utilize Coinbase, we utilize now we know we can use what is the other one?
you
What's the
said
other?
charm?
Okay, well, no, Chime is our checking account. So that's where our money originates. But where do we move it to get it started? And so we said Cash App, and what's the other one that we were just talking about?
Venmo.
Oh,
Thank you, Venmo. So when it comes to our pennies process, which is our cash process, we're using Cash App. Write that down, please. This is to help you guys. So the notes that you take today will help jog your memory to the system. So remember, it's pennies, which is fiat, crypto, which is DeFi, gold and silver, or hard assets. Okay. That's the end of the line of what you're trying to get to build up your stable longevity, your long finances. Okay. We're only using crypto as a tool, correct?
Correct.
Right.
Because I mean, some of us we can actually buy and spend crypto, correct?
Yes.
You can.
yes.
But my question is that internet goes down, all of this goes to pot, whatever. Gold and silver are forever, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
They are,
Yes,
right?
you can hold
You
it.
had it, you had the right word. It's tangible, it's physical, and it's stood the test of time. It was the first money, you know, it was the first form of value, high value, and the elite wealthy manage it. See, you want what the elites wealthy, what their practice is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is their practice cash?
No.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why don't they practice holding on to cash? Come on, y'all. Y'all got it.
That
Um.
doesn't, that, it doesn't, well, that's not going to grow if you just sit there holding it. It's not going to grow. It's not going to increase.
What do the elites actually do with cash immediately?
They.
And y'all don't. Go ahead, say it again.
Invest it.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
they turn it into something else. Like.
Actually, just so you know, they turn it into debt
Right.
Oh,
immediately. People go,
oh,
they invest it. No, they
Mm-hmm.
don't. The first step they take is like you said, they invest, they collateralize it to get
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
small amounts of interest. Don't matter, just keep it in there. And then they protect the tax on it by taking out free tax-free loans. I am not a financial advisor. I am not a tax professional. Please look that up and ask a tax professional and a financial advisor about that process.
Mhm.
Confirm it.
Mhm.
I can tell you right now, this is information for learning. So don't take my word for it. I'm just going to show you how we do it in action. Okay. But when it comes to cash processes, they ain't holding on to no cash, sending out no checking account. They immediately put it into a collateralized position to make them money on their money at a lower rate and then go take out a loan and go buy an asset like gold or silver or something else that's going to pull in faster money. And though that loan money is tax free.
Mm.
So we about to go figure out how to do that physically. Let's get it popping, y'all. Let's get it popping. I'm really ready. So
Let's.
we have been blessed, okay? God knows what he is doing in my life, and he knows that I understand. And when I'm ready, he always puts the right things in place. Like crypto came into my life, but I wasn't ready. But he made sure I heard about it. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Okay.
Yeah.
I may not have been ready for what I heard, but by the time it came back, I was ready to hear. I was ready to hear it. Ah, I see you got it. Go, Tammy. Go, Tammy. She got it.
Oh,
She
go
got the
girl.
background. She had to use her phone, but we'll figure out the computer later. It's
I'm
all
gonna
right.
grow up to be just like y'all.
Oh, you stop. We gonna get you on, lady. Okay. So with this, we are going to sit down. I want you to I need to set your mindset on what we're about to do. And I need you to get real clear from the elites themselves what's going down. So you don't get, and my mama used to say, call it the okie doke, but you don't get distracted. What you are doing currently with this program is setting yourself up for not a possibility, but an eventuality. And it's unfortunate as it is, it's been it's been going on for a long time. I just got into this information only what 8 years ago, but my whole life has been alluding to it. How many of us have been alluded to the fact that the dollar is, it's literally very weak. It's diminishing.
This is news to me.
So it is fine. It is totally fine because it's that way for some of us. So what I want us to do is pay close attention because you are now in the know. And when you get in the know, it's time to do something about it because these are long-term conditions they're talking about. This is he was Robert Kiyosaki in 2019 had this discussion. It's the speech that broke the internet. Check it out.
My father was the head of education, PhD, all that stuff. I go home and ask him, said, why don't we learn about money in school? And he looked at me and says, because the government doesn't let us teach that subject. The government tells us what we can teach and what we can't teach. And I thought that was strange. And I said, but aren't we going to school to learn about money? He says, no, your job is to get a job. I said, but you get a job to earn money. He goes, no, you're supposed to just get a job. And I went, no. Isn't the purpose of a job to earn money? He goes, you're correct. I said, so why don't I just learn about money? I can skip the job part, And he got flustered and he said, if you want to learn about money, why don't you ask your best friend's father about money? And I said, why? That's Mike. So I asked him.
This may be the last ad you ever see. Because with the free ad block extension from Capital One Shopping, you can say goodbye to ads on sites like YouTube. That's right, no more interruptions, just nonstop streaming on your favorite sites. And while we're blocking ads, why not save some money too? After you add AdBlock, download the Capital One Shopping extension and get free automatic coupons and rewards at your favorite stores. I have both extensions added to my computer, so I also get free automatic coupons and rewards. Block ads, save money, earn free rewards. What more could you want?
I used to rebuild my week from scratch every single Sunday, just for it to fall apart by Tuesday. You're not bad at time management. You're just managing time with 6 disconnected.
He says, because Mike's father is an entrepreneur. And I said, what are you? He says, I'm an employee. I'm a government employee. And I went, oh, what's the difference? He says, the difference is an entrepreneur must know about money, or they're no longer entrepreneurs. And he says an employee doesn't have to know anything about money, because the government will take care of them, the company will take care of them. So I'm all confused. But I took my dad's advice and I trundled over to Mike's father's office and knocked on his door and I said, hey, I'm here, 9 years old. Teach me about money. He says, beat it, kid, you know. But that's where the story of Rich Dad, Poor Dad started. And finally, through persistence, my rich dad started teaching me about money on one condition. And that condition was he would never pay me. He says, the moment I pay you, you think like an employee. He says, that's the trap. Entrepreneurs work for free. And now I'm 9 years old, my head's going cracking in half. He says, you never want a paycheck. You understand that, kid? I said, okay, I got it. And he says, well, how do I make money? He says, that's what entrepreneurs figure out. It's like, so how do I learn about money? So he would just break out a Monopoly game board. So I would work for free. I'd pick up cigarette butts, and he had hotels and restaurants, and I would clean and do menial tasks. And as I got older, I started getting into office work and marketing and accounting, and I was an apprentice basically, but I always worked for free. And he would teach me about money, but the way he taught me about money was playing Monopoly. And finally one day I got upset. I said, well, when are you going to teach me about money? He says, what do you think we're doing? We're playing Monopoly. He goes, no. What do you think we're doing? We're playing Monopoly. He says, what do you think we're doing? So I don't know. I'm teaching you about money. And then that's when, you have one greenhouse. He says, there's many formulas for great success in money. There's thousands of them, but one of the best ones is found on the game of Monopoly. It still is today. 4 greenhouses, 1 red hotel. I said, what? He says, one of the greatest ways to acquire great wealth is playing Monopoly in real life. 4 greenhouses, 1 red hotel. Is that all there is? He goes, that's it. And he says, what do you think I'm doing? And I went, I don't know. So then he took me out and he showed me his greenhouses. And 10 years later, when I was 19, I was now in school in New York, and I come back to Hawaii, and Rich Dad had bought the biggest piece of land smack dab in the middle of Waikiki Beach. And when you go to Waikiki Beach today, you'll see the Hyatt Regency Hotel. That was his hotel.
Just like the game of Monopoly.
Just like the game of Monopoly.
Acquired assets and they became bigger assets.
He just kept what's called an assemblage, because that property wasn't that big at that time. So he had to buy out all the small guys. Because Waikiki was a little dirt water little town. So he'd buy out this shop owner and buy that shop owner. And it took him a while, but he finally assembled this large piece of property. And then he and Hyatt put up this giant hotel. It just sold for $800 million. So that's how I learned about money. I've had financial crashes. I've had people stab me in the back, but they're all good because I grow from it. That's spirituality. Right. People who are afraid of making mistakes, like they teach in school, they don't ever grow. Because spirituality is there's good and there's bad, there's right and there's wrong, there's up and there's down. Most people only want to be right, they only want to be positive. Well, you can't have that, that's not reality. Well, I wasn't poor by most people's standards, but I came from a family with a poor attitude, if you know what I mean. Because rich, poor, middle class, poverty starts with a fundamental attitude. Poverty is passed on. It's taught in your families. And middle class is taught in families. And so the people right now who are sitting at home, who are struggling financially or worried about money or unhappy, they may be making a lot of money, but unhappy with what they're doing, it was probably taught to you. Your superego was taught get a job, work hard, or you'll never be rich, or the rich are evil, or whatever. The school system will never teach you about money. The school system was designed to teach you to be an employee, which is important, or a doctor or a lawyer, a specialist, but never about money. And what most people lack is real business knowledge, like accounting, like debt, like taxes. You got to know that stuff, but they don't teach it in school to anybody. So, and then when people ask me, how did your rich dad learn this when your poor dad, a PhD, didn't? And the answer is very simply, my rich dad, who's my best friend's father, his father died when he was 13. So his rich dad had this family business at 13 to run. So he had to drop out of school, which was his blessing. There's blessings, and sometimes the blessing doesn't look like a blessing, but it turned out to be a blessing. And then his teachers became his bookkeeper, his accountant, his attorney, his banker, his real estate agents. So he has what I call real teachers, not these fake teachers in school. You see, most teachers in school, they're out of ethics. They teach subjects they themselves don't practice. I asked the teacher, I said, I'm in my third year of calculus now. It was called strength of materials. I said, am I ever going to use this stuff? He goes, no.
We're Phoenix Energy, a family-owned oil company focused on unleashing American oil from North Dakota and Montana.
Said, why do you teach it? He says, because I get paid. I said, do you ever use it? He goes, no. And that's why, you have to, in life, one of the things I suggest to people, you got to find a real teacher versus a fake teacher. And a fake teacher is somebody who doesn't do what they teach. And a real teacher is doing what they teach every day. So my accountants, my attorneys, they're in it every single day. And that's how I learn, because every day I'm solving problems in my business. So I have accountants and attorneys and bankers and all these people on speed dial because I'm solving problems with my team.
I see you giving this knowledge out, and
yeah.
Do the rich people cringe and say, don't tell them that, Rob?
Yes. Don't tell people what you know. Right. Keep them poor. But, unfortunately, the poor, as was in the Bible, I'm not real religious, the poor will always be amongst us because it starts up here. Right, it's that fear mentality. It's in their words, and the words become flesh. Again, I'm not really religious. I flunked out of Sunday school also. But when they say I can't afford it or I can't do that, they go down. They become what they say. My PhD daddy says, what do you think I am, made of money? I can't afford that. And my rich dad would say, that's why he's poor. Poor people say, I can't afford it, I can't do that, I don't have time. Because it's an escape. It's an escape, you know what I mean? It's easy to say, I can't afford it.
And your rich dad used to say what instead of, I can't afford it?
How can I afford it? How can I do that? What would it take, or why should I do that? He says that a question opens the mind, a statement closes the mind. See, when you say, I can't afford it, your mind shuts down, and you become what you say. Rugby is a team sport, but so is soccer. The rules are different. And other people are golfers. They play by themselves. And so everybody's different. So my game financially is business, number one. Second is real estate. So what I say to young people is, you find your game.
Voters didn't.
Okay, so we're going to touch on some key points before we move into the next video. What do you think I had you listen to that for? What stuck out?
What was the last question that you said?
Okay, what do you think I had you watch that for? Why did I have you watch it? And what points stuck out to you?
A few things for me. One, just our mindset about money, or how we think as it pertains to money and to getting things that we want or need, assets. Also, what do we do with our money? As far as like he was saying that, his like the game Monopoly, how in order to get what you want, you need like the four houses in the hotel. He's gradually thinking about the hotel, but you need the four houses to get, to get the hotel. So
Right.
yeah.
Right. Come on, everybody in. We all watched it together. What did you get? What's something that stuck out? What did how did it seem to come into play for you about how you think about your finances or what we're doing here?
Well, I got how he said his dad was just didn't realize how much he was giving him. He didn't realize the knowledge he was giving him by telling him, go ask so and so's dad. He wasn't really trying to give him that knowledge, but yet by him actually doing it, he just gained so much. The fact that the young man had to learn this because he didn't really have a father to go to, he had to go straight into business. So then he ended up, just like learning things that we are not taught in school.
Right. And so who became his teachers? Did you hear him say that?
His
His
accountant, his banker.
His lawyers and accountants.
Yeah, he learned business from the people who helped him run his father's business. He was 13. Everybody doesn't get have the same thing fall upon them because it's it's a different culture. He was not born here. And although, he was born here, but he wasn't born here. You know what I'm saying? He was born in America, but maybe in Hawaii. We have different cultures right in our own country.
Right.
And so getting the world of what do they call that? Some rites of passage comes different for different places, different people, different cultures. And so what we heard him say so many times is that his own father, he's a rich dad, poor dad. His father was Robert Kiyosaki's father was the poor dad. And he explained exactly why. That the education, his own father, the head of education, already told you they don't let us teach what?
Accounting.
Yeah,
money.
financial.
Oh, you
Money,
can learn
period.
accounting. We got accounting degrees all day long. But you don't have the basics of how wealth is accumulated. There is no wealth accumulation class or degree or master's. Heck, in many cases, if you in school, you don't even learn how you expected at 18 to do taxes you were never taught how to do in
Yeah,
all
that
the
is
12
true.
years of school.
Yep.
Not to manage a checkbook, not to balance your budget, nothing. Not even learn how to shop for your home.
Yeah, that's funny that you say that, Miss Ruby. I think I said this in one of our previous classes, but there's a couple of TikToks, videos where the parents are like, okay, we're going to go take our kids to cash their first check. And they go pick up their check from the job and they just sitting there with a big old smile on their face, waiting for the kids to open up their paycheck to see, how much they got. And the little girl, she was like, oh, hold on, wait a minute now. I think they got the wrong person. This is not. She was like, I've been working too hard. Where's the rest of my money?
Exactly.
That is funny.
But they don't
Welcome to
teach
the
us
world
that.
of the worker people.
Right, but they don't teach us those things.
No.
They don't teach us taxes. They don't teach us that if you have health insurance and stuff coming out of your check, like that money's gonna be gone. You don't really get back what you work hard for. They don't teach us that.
You actually just hit it on the head on the event that took place with my own daughter. So my daughter did not age out of my husband's insurance until she was 26. So at 25, she got a job and she was so excited. She took my job. She went to where I worked and they started offering health benefits. I didn't need that. I'm on a family plan. Why would I go and put my money into something I'm paying for already? But my baby girl signed up. And she wanted to, she's like, I'm doing my own thing. I got my own health care. Okay. Yeah, but that costs money and it comes out your check before you even see it. And she didn't know how to activate it. So she ended up with a bill because she ended up having 2 insurances. We straightened it out.
How'd she do that?
Because she signed up while she was still enrolled.
Oh,
Because
okay.
someone did not tell mom that she was going to sign up for her own insurance. She just went to the job and I filled this out. Until I got a bill for $749. I was wondering what happened. She also still would decided to go to the same doctors who didn't accept her new insurance. And I was like, wow, okay, I need to teach you some things. Even at the age of 26 and 25, I had to teach I still have educate. I'm still needing to educate because as parents, we don't realize it. We kind of forgot how we got into this thing. So our generations.
That's because we was just thrown out there to the wolves and figure it out.
We
I was about to
forget.
say the same. We had to figure it
Thank
out
you.
too. Like we
Thank you.
went and did it as we went.
So now we're becoming aware of steps. These are steps you can teach your children now.
Mm-hmm.
So see, and I'll tell you right now, that was for me like an eye-opener. We get so used to being the caregiver that we forget to teach them to care for themselves.
Right.
That's kind of the generational inheritance that they have to get. They have to get the knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
So generational, by the way, generational wealth is not money. It's not what they receive. It's the knowledge of maintaining and growing what they receive to the next generation. That's actually generational wealth. First of all, leaving them something that can grow into the future will only grow if they are trained to grow it.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I'm so glad that you say that too, Miss Ruby, because I've been trying to figure out like my kids' side, their dad's side of the family's history and stuff like that.
Okay.
So that I can pass that information off to them.
Okay.
Because when certain things aren't passed down in our history to our kids,
with health as well. Thank you.
Yeah, they're missing out on a lot of stuff, or like you said, health-wise, something could come up and it's like,
exactly.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, let's move forward because I want to share now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of it. You guys remember the DeFi video? Well, we're going to watch it one more time. And I'm thinking because you've seen it in action, this will hit a little different. Okay?
All right.
All right, let's do it. Are you kidding me? It went to one video. How nice. It mixed my videos up. Here we go. We're going into what is DeFi. I want you to take some notes here, please. Okay? It's doing the definition so you get an understanding, a clear understanding of where we're going and what our activities are today. Okay? Let's go. I'm also going to
is a phenomenal baker who runs a bakery in New York. On seeing the great success of her business, she thought of growing it even bigger and launching a new franchise of her bakery in LA. So for the funds, she applied for a loan of $50,000 from the central bank. After completing her documentation for the loan, she comes to know that the bank is rejecting her loan application due to her loan borrowing limit of the amount decided by the central financial system. Furious with this situation, she talked to a friend, Lisa, a finance expert, to understand how this whole centralized financial system of banks works. And why did her loan get rejected? Lisa explained to her that in centralized finance, banks and businesses use the money that you invest or lend to make profits, and their overriding objective is to make money. Third parties or merchants like debit, credit card providers control money transfers between the two end parties in the financial system, each charging a fee for their services. And that is why her loan got rejected. because the loan amount exceeded the limit decided by the bank or third parties for her. Rhea was upset with the thought of not being able to grow her business. And that is when Lisa suggested Rhea to opt for decentralized finance, or DeFi. Rhea got a little confused by the term and asked, "What is decentralized finance?" Lisa answered that decentralized finance is a piece of code that eliminates middlemen or banks by allowing individuals, business merchants, and corporations to perform financial transactions using developing technologies. Peer-to-peer financial networks that provide security protocols and connectivity to the transactions are used to accomplish this. Stablecoin is a cryptocurrency backed by an asset or tied to a fiat currency like the dollar, is at the concept's core. Rhea was fascinated and asked how it works and how exactly DeFi could help her get her loan approved. Lisa further added that DeFi uses the consensus mechanism to eliminate centralized finance models by allowing anyone or everyone to utilize financial services, regardless of who they are or where they are. A consensus mechanism refers to the methods used to achieve agreement, trust, and security across a decentralized computer network. Now, this DeFi mechanism runs in a decentralized environment. And this is where blockchain comes into the picture. It provides the environment where you can simply create your decentralized programs, or dApps, according to your requirement. In the blockchain network, transactions are stored in blocks, and other users in that network can verify them. If a transaction is verified by all its verifiers, the block is closed and encrypted, and a new block is created containing information from the previous block, thus creating a chain of blocks. And these transactions are handled by decentralized applications, or say, dApps. Lisa further explained that Rhea's loan got rejected due to the lower limit by the centralized financial system. But in DeFi, she can submit her loan requirements into a decentralized finance application, dApp, and an algorithm would match her up with peers who could help her. After that, she'll have to agree to the lender's terms to get her loan. The transaction is then recorded in the blockchain, where it will be securely stored in a ledger that will make it impossible to hack, or any kind of malicious intervention. And after that, she'll receive her required amount of money once it is verified by the consensus mechanism. The lender can also then begin collecting their payments at the agreed upon intervals from her. When she makes the payment using her dApp, it goes through the same blockchain process, and the money is transferred to the lender. Rhea was impressed and relieved that she now could grow her business in a much more secure and cheaper way, all thanks to DeFi. DeFi is meant to conduct transactions using cryptocurrency. Because technology is still evolving, it's difficult to say how, if at all, existing cryptocurrencies will be applied. So here's a question for you. Which concept does DeFi use for its implementation? A. Smart contracts. B. Consensus algorithm. C. dApps. D. None of the above. Please give it a thought and drop your answers in the comments section below. 3 lucky winners will receive Amazon gift vouchers. Decentralized finance is still in its early stages of development. Yet it is rapidly changing and expanding to replicate the traditional financial services ecosystem, whether through decentralized exchanges, lending, and borrowing of various asset types, or insurance products. And it could have an impact on the future of centralized financial companies, with DeFi being considered as a cheaper, faster, and more relevant alternative. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, a thumbs up would be really appreciated. Here's your reminder to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon for more on the
Okay. So, this is your second time around seeing that video. What did you get this time from having previously seen this?
How the blockchain network work, like the different providers that provide the finances that one needs for a loan through the application.
Okay. Interesting.
It just made more sense this time around.
I had a feeling that's one of the reasons. After seeing kind of the process into itself a couple of times, you now have a better visual on that.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Rose, how are you coming in on this? How did it show up for you? And can I just clarify, there is no right or wrong answer to this. This is really just a discussion about what you're getting. And it's everyone's in different places for good reason. Told you,
Right.
God held me down. How many years? 4 years before I even saw Bitcoin again. So if you ain't ready, don't worry. This is the process. These are your steps. You understand? So
Right.
it's about
I
what you got, baby.
it feels like I that's the first time I saw that one. I thought, well, we're going to be watching the one where they were at the table and they divided their
Ah.
money, and so this one was new for me,
Okay.
and this was it took me somewhere else, because like I
Yeah,
was all
tell me about it.
prepared. Yeah. Okay. So like I did not. I first of all, this is the first time I saw the terminology D-apps.
Ah,
And
she
so I
caught
wrote that,
on.
yeah, and so I wrote that down, and
Wait,
now
wait,
I'm
wait.
all excited about
Before
something
you
totally
slide
different.
through that one, what does DApps mean?
Decentralized applications.
All right, there you go. Y'all catching on. D means decentralized. And whatever else enters. Let's go, let's go. Now you were saying.
That, well, I just, I'm so excited about what just happened with that young lady that I'm all flustered now. I'm like, because I've never seen what an opportunity. I mean, that's just a whole different place for me. And I've been spending my day in grant proposals all day. So I mean, this was awesome to me to look at.
See, I want to just let you know, the platform is not about making something out of nothing. It's about building on what you have. Just so we've got to figure out how to get the foundation in so we can build it up, and then then we can create processes on it. It's about strategy. Remember what I said about the wealthy. What do they do when they get $150,000 comes into a wealthy person's hands, comes into a broke person's hands? What's the difference? What are they gonna do? Go to the bank? What is the wealthy person gonna do? What is the broke person gonna do?
Wealthy person's going to purchase it, or maybe purchase an asset, find a way to have that cash uh, growing in some way rather than
Now they're in a
finding a way
bank.
to
Remember,
spend
the
it.
only thing you can do you can't really purchase in a bank. What can you do in a bank? What is a wealthy person going to do in the bank? And what is a broke person going to do in the bank? You're on the right track. You're on the right track.
The wealthy person is going to create debt.
And how? This is good practice. This is good practice because it's process and you've got to see it this way. How many people have actually read the book Rich Dad, The Richest Man in Babylon?
Me.
Are you still listening to it?
I'm not gonna
For
lie.
the third time.
I
Okay.
be listening, but I've fallen off. So I need to get back into it.
One of the reasons why I asked about that book is because that book actually has this system in it. And you can rinse and repeat with it. We've got to see money as a tool, not the end. Money is just a tool. It's a tool to get into the process of making more money. So if you want $200,000 instead of $100,000, you invest it, or you what do you call it? Especially because you need the processes that you can borrow against. Leverage. Word, this is a vocabulary word. Please write it down and look it up. To leverage. Basically, it's to borrow against. It's to be able to take out put a lien on for the purpose of getting something else. And you're about to see that happen. So we need you to be real clear on what you're looking at. Okay? Everybody got it? So to
Yes,
leverage.
ma'am.
That's a vocabulary word. Yes. I need some. All right. So we want to get good at finding places to leverage. If you could leverage your car, would you? If you could leverage your home, would you?
Yeah.
Yes.
But what would you leverage it for?
Another home.
I'm down to do what?
Rent it out, or probably to rent it out while I can
Cash
pay for
flow.
my own home.
Mm-hmm.
Grow hard assets.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. If you had a business, would you leverage your business?
Yeah. To create a
Yeah.
bigger.
To accomplish getting and building assets. Most business owners don't understand that they're in business not to keep doing business. Most of them are in business and in quite a bit of debt that's building up. They don't make enough money. But what they also are not doing is that creating assets that they can borrow against when they need money from the bank. Because they're too busy trying to pay the bills. Thinking, oh, I only got enough. You know how many people I know own stores that are overpacked with stuff they're not selling? And they just keep storing more stuff in it for hopefully for 1 days. Not good. It's not good. But they're writing them off because they're not selling. So I want more than tax money, y'all. I hope you get that. I want more than my taxes back. I want to start seeing some profits. And some business owners, because they don't understand the process of protecting assets by not holding them in your company. Make sense?
Yes.
All right. So we are talking about strategy today, and I'm gonna do something that I normally do not do. And I saw a strategy that was just so perfect, and I want to share that with you all. I believe I posted it because I wanted people to understand this. Who here knows who Blue Ivy is?
Yeah.
I know.
Jay-Z daughter.
Yeah, Jay-Z and Beyonce's daughter. Let me see if I can get this back. I hope so. Because I don't know who this young lady is, but she certainly put us on game today. And I think I put it in our business room because I wanted to teach my space to learn what we're teaching. For basis. 1 second. Sorry. Oh, wow. How long ago were these? Post. Okay, give me 1 second. All right. These are old. Trying to think. I know I just sent it over here because I like hearing about business acumen being experienced or expressed by folks in our famous folks, When you begin to understand how businesses from a ideal, or I should say a personable entity, it becomes a little easier to take. Does that make sense? Like when Shaq talked about the savings process and he tore the dollar, he tore the paper and said, was sharing with people how much to save.
Mm-hmm.
He tore a piece of paper in half and then he tore it in half and he said 25% is what real rich people live on. The rest is rolling to keep creating more income. But we hear it and I can't live on 25% of my income. You haven't built yourself up because you won't even do 10 for savings so that you can build to that 25%. It's not rocket science becoming wealthy. It's a strategy. And all you gotta do is learn it and practice it. A little by a time and a little. Once you start practicing this little by little, it's easy to do with more money. Because now you're seeing more money keeps showing up. Oh my God, it keeps showing up, Miss Ruby. I know, it's weird. Start saving and you'll see that you have money. You start think about doing things that you didn't think you could do before. I didn't think I could go on a cruise. I was like, oh, I got to save money. It's going to cost me this, that, and the other. And First of all, the cruise came for free. I was appreciative of that. But what the funding I did spend came from, I got to the right ATM and I was able to transfer it. My biggest problem was a network, y'all. I can tell you that right now. I was so upset because everywhere I went, there was no network. I went to the southern, what do you call it, the Spanish Caribbean islands. And only in Puerto Rico did my phone work. And my debit card. Because my Cash App worked. And I was immediately able to send over crypto to make cash to spend the rest of the time. And I didn't get any charges for it. The ATM was free.
Imagine that.
I know, right? I was shocked. But see, what happens is that when we talk to you all about this process, like I said, I had to get off the ship. When we got off the ship is the only times that I didn't pay for the network. I was like, I ain't paying for the network on the daggone ocean. I'm on vacation. They got something, they call the vote. Call the vote. The vote will get me. But I learned something. I really got to expand my visual on how the world works with this crypto, what crypto could do. Because girl, I went shopping, I ain't gonna lie. Got a little something for everybody. I had a great time. I wasn't without. And when I got home, I still had all the bills paid. I didn't worry about what was going to have to get done. I didn't have to borrow from Peter to pay Paul. Does that make sense? That's what assets do.
Oh yes, that's what I'm here to learn. I don't want to keep borrowing from Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you do. But I'll share with you about how to keep Peter paid. We're going to borrow from Peter to pay Paul. But guess what? Paul going to be working.
Nice.
Paul going to work for us. How about that?
All right now.
When Paul is gold, so therefore I'm borrowing from Peter. Okay, I'll make sure Peter get borrowed from. Because Paul coming back with change. You know what I'm saying? He's coming back with the Paul said, look, as long as you bring me this money, we got this. Okay, so let's go see what processes we're going to use. And I do have a couple more videos for you because I want you to see I want you to see where we're getting this from. Yay! I love this site. This program is amazing. Simple Learn. You guys like the video, that particular one? I like Simple Learn. All my videos got mixed up, y'all. Please forgive me. How many of you guys remember, you ladies remember this liquidity staking?
Why don't you own an apartment building? And I'm serious right now. Let me show you a path that could change your life.
Imagine you have.
Okay. So in this case, I want you to take some notes, okay? And be with this video. Imagine you have. That's important. That's a kind of an important statement in all of this. Because I want you to put yourself into this space. You guys watched me create liquidity pools and then stake them. Remember that?
Yeah.
Does everyone remember what I did? What platform was that?
Yes.
What platform was that?
I don't remember which platform it was. I mean, you
Tiny
did a
Man.
couple of them. Okay, Tiny Man. Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah, just
say
keep
Tiny
it simple. The simplest one that you remember, whatever you remember. Tiny Man. You watched me take Algo and USDC and stake it as a pool, and then I brought it over to receive another coin. I was receiving some coins from that platform. Only in this case, when I stake these coins, I will get, okay, this is liquid staking, not liquid pool staking. Liquid staking is when you take a coin and you stake it and you get you get another coin in its place. That's something you will also see. Let's go. We talked about it on the SUI platform where you get SUI when you stake SUI. Sounds familiar?
Mm-hmm.
Is that for everybody?
Yes.
Don't worry, you'll see it today. All right, we're gonna do
Have
this real quick.
$500.
I want you to see this. Remember that, and then we'll come back, okay? Okay, here we go. Let's do this math. Don't forget to do your math.
Imagine you have $500. Your car really needs new tires, but you just heard about this new stock that you are pretty confident is going to the moon. You think that if you invest your money, you could double it to $1,000. But the car tires really can't wait. It's quite the dilemma. What if you found out that you could invest in the stock, and in return, they would give you the same amount of money that you invested, but with a built-in promise that you'll return it? You could then buy the stock and take out a loan for the money you need for the tires. Welcome to Whiteboard Crypto, the #1 YouTube channel for crypto education. Here we explain topics of the cryptocurrency world using analogies, stories, and examples so you can easily understand them. In this video, I'll explain what liquid staking and restaking are, how they work, and even some places you can do it. Our tire and stock example is completely fabricated. You can't ever know for sure that an asset will rise in price, but the concept behind this analogy is a new feature that DeFi has made possible. There are a few key terms you'll need to know to understand the rest of this video. We have other videos on all of them that I'll link to in the description, but I'll give you a brief overview here. DeFi is short for decentralized finance, and it's a term for a new possibility of secure financial deals. These usually involve trading cryptocurrencies, but also offer other financial services like providing liquidity and staking. Staking is the mechanism by which people buy a cryptocurrency and then lock it up for a period of time as an incentive to help secure the network. In return for behaving, they earn a little bit of that crypto as rewards. If they misbehave, they have something to lose. Another term you'll want to get used to is liquid. Basically, the ability to move financial assets is referred to as liquidity. When you own a house, the value of the house is not that liquid because it would probably take you months to find a buyer, write a contract, and then actually sell and move out of the house. On the other hand, cash is very liquid because you can immediately use it to buy things. And the last term you'll need to understand is token, which refers to a cryptocurrency asset that you can trade or use on DeFi platforms. We have a video explaining the difference between coins and tokens that is linked in the description below. Okay, so now that you have the basics, you probably have an idea of what liquid staking means. Most simply, liquid staking is the ability to stake some crypto and receive tokens in return that you can then use to do other things in DeFi while simultaneously getting the staking rewards. Remember how I said at the beginning of this video that you thought you could double your investment? That's basically what this is doing. So let's give a more practical example. Say you stake $500 worth of Ethereum, or ETH. The liquid staking platform then issues you $500 worth of the staking token. Let's call it CETH. So now you've given the platform $500 and they've given you an IOU of $500. The cool thing is that you can sell, trade, or redeem this IOU at any point in time, making it completely liquid. Before liquid staking, the $500 was just locked in the platform, and most staking platforms require you to lock up your stake for a week up to 4 years. These staked ETH tokens, what I call IOUs, are called liquid staking tokens, or LST. Another benefit of liquid staking, other than the immediate liquidity, is that you don't have to run your own complex hardware. When you stake, you usually need a dedicated server and internet connection, and outages can be costly. When liquid staking, you do not have this risk. You are offering it to someone else who has the equipment to be sure there won't be outages. For most liquid staking tokens, you just need to hold the token itself to earn rewards. No technical expertise required. So far, you're probably thinking this is too good to be true. Why would a platform take the risk of letting you basically double your money, at least on paper, temporarily? It's because this solves two other problems. The first is securing the network, and the second is ecosystem liquidity. Remember how we said staking helps secure the blockchain? If not enough people are staking, transactions will be slower, the network will be less secure, and it will be more centralized. But if people are staking, then they aren't able to use those assets in the ecosystem to do things like trading and lending and buying. So a blockchain needs both people to stake and people to use the network. Liquid staking solves this problem by letting people do both. So doesn't liquid staking create more risk for the staker too? If you were asking yourself this question, you are right. Some of the main risks are, number 1, smart contract risk. While they're designed to be secure, there's always a chance of vulnerabilities or exploits that could result in the loss of staked assets. Number 2 is market volatility. The value of staked assets can change, affecting both the rewards earned and the overall investment. The value of an LST can also decouple from the value of the underlying asset. For example, in the summer of 2022, the value of STETH was lower than the value of ETH for complicated math reasons we won't get into here. Just know it can happen, even though it's unlikely, it is a risk. Third is fees. Transactions on the blockchain cost money. Fees associated with staking can eat into your returns over time, especially if you're frequently moving assets around. There may also be fees for using the staking platforms that you should take into account. We've seen some fees as high as 15%. Number 4 is lockup periods. Some liquid staking solutions may have lockup periods during which staked assets cannot be accessed or withdrawn, or that you have to return the LST tokens at a certain period of time. If you have the tokens invested elsewhere, it could be challenging to meet those timelines. You may have realized there's a word we've not covered in this video yet, and that's restaking, a tool initially built by a protocol on Ethereum called EigenLayer. Another whole video could be made about EigenLayer, so we won't get into it too much here, but basically EigenLayer is a protocol built with the ability to stake your native ETH or LST tokens across multiple platforms at once. It's called restaking because you're staking your funds on a platform, and then that platform is taking your staked funds and restaking them where they believe they can earn the most return. They also don't just stay on the chain you deposited them. They can bridge them to other networks as well. Usually newer networks with low liquidity have the highest yield. The tokens you receive when you deposit your funds into these restaking apps are, unsurprisingly, called liquid restaking tokens, or LRTs. Liquid restaking comes with its own risks, but it's meant to help provide security to various platforms rather than just one. Newer platforms with low liquidity usually need the funds the most, since they'd be an easy target for potential attackers. They've set it up so that different liquid staking platforms can use EigenLayer's smart contracts to let people opt into this service at the time they first stake their tokens. Of course, this comes with another risk that we didn't mention earlier, and that's called counterparty risk. When restaking, you aren't only trusting one smart contract, the staking platform, but also the restaking smart contract. This means there are at least 2 points of potential failure rather than just one. You're also going to be more involved in multiple DeFi protocols by using LRTs, and the more you're using, the more risk there is. Okay, so if you've watched this whole thing and understand the risks, but still want to know how to get the rewards, we'll let you know a few places you can participate. But remember, no protocol is perfect, so this list might not be true in the future. As of this video, the most popular liquid staking platforms are Lido, Rocket Pool, Mantle LSP, and Stakestone. For liquid restaking, the most popular are EtherFi, EigenLayer, Pendle, and Restake Finance. It's important if you want to use any crypto platforms to use ones that you know are actively used and trusted by a large number of people and that have been audited and tested for security. It doesn't entirely remove the risk, but it helps to know that you aren't the first or one of the first people to put your assets somewhere. If you want more info on any of these platforms or anything else we talked about in this video, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope you learned something, and most of all, I hope to see you in our next video.
Okay. So, what'd you get?
How staking is used to basically fund the network to put more funds out to other
users.
Yes.
It's okay. It's exactly what needs to happen. So funding has to be provided for trading back and forth. Remember, these are all platforms that have high levels of activity. And how do we know they have high levels of activity? What do we have to check on to find out? Where do we go?
Coin market cap.
All right. Okay. Look, we got to get used to this vocabulary. We can't just keep asking me. I'm not going to tell you. I'll be like, what?
Or CoinGecko.
Yes, and CoinGecko. See, these are our study platforms. These are the ones that tell us about the details about. So it's like going to the Better Business Bureau to find out about how a business, the results for the business. You want to find out who's talking about it, what it's up to, what the productivity is. And think about it. You guys go to reviews all the times for the things you want to buy, right?
Right.
Especially big ticket items, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, this is how we are going to learn to maintain our opportunities by utilizing platforms that give us information. There are some, by the time we're done, we're going to be introduced to some of the news outlets that you want to keep up, that help keep you up to what's happening. Ones that don't have a lot of rhetoric built into it, mostly facts, and you'll be able to use those to keep up with what you're trying to make happen. How often should you be looking at your money and paying attention to your finances?
Daily.
Exactly. This crypto, all of money moves every day, all the time, throughout the night. So at least twice a day, you should be looking in on what's happening. Because what if there's a great opportunity? What if at that moment, I'm not going to kid you. When Bitcoin recently went back to 111, I was like, oh, shoot. Come on, let's go. I was like, when did it do that? I was calling to my husband talking about, is that 111? He was like, what? Oh, it's up, it's up, it's up. Let's do it. You know what that means for someone like myself? What are we doing? If I bought in at 96, what am I doing, y'all?
Selling?
Say it again.
Selling?
But what is it called? Am I selling it all off?
No.
Taking profit.
Exactly. I'm taking profit at that time. This is an opportunity. That is what happens when the market starts to go up. You're going to see a lot of your other coins also go up. Not all of them are going to be affected by Bitcoin, but when the market goes up, it's a good time to look at the coins to see if this is that time to take profit.
And you said when you're taking profit, you just taking it and putting it into another coin?
You're going to either go into a stable coin or you can use it to maybe purchase another coin. But usually when the coins are up, you don't purchase that coin until they go down. You put it in a stable coin till you're ready to purchase the other coin, right?
Like the USDT, like that. Is that what you consider a stable coin?
That's mine. I'm sorry. I have to let them know to text me.
Yes. Is if it because there's different stable coins. The stable coins are kind of pretty much dollar average. Correct, Miss Ruby?
Yeah, exactly. They run even with a dollar, which is why it's called a stable coin. They never go any further up than 101 and they never go further down than 99 cents.
Yeah. So they have there's different stable coins.
There are. And different blockchains too.
But one, for example, would be like the USDT. Yeah. All right.
And there are several. Now, how do we know there's several different types of them? Let's get to it. Actually, we got one last video to watch before we get started. Okay, I'm gonna play that one.
That's the only one I've seen. What's another one?
Oh, wait.
Okay.
It's best to see it than to say it.
That
It's
is
the
true.
goal. It is the goal to keep you visually connected to this process. Because you'll see what I'm talking about. You may have seen it and didn't realize that's what you were looking at. I just need to close this player though, because it's kind of taking up space. Last video. This here, I am letting you know right now. I just found a way for us to do this more directly. P2G now is a provider of metals. We have a referral into metals that we utilize, and you can utilize as well to build in more. I love getting free gold and silver. I don't know about you.
I like them.
You like that too? You like getting free gold and silver? I do too. So we're going to check it out. We're going to check out how it works. A little something. I won't get into the whole business part, but this is I wanted to expose you all to, because this is going to be one of our formats for getting really good prices on this.
Let me tell you about a treasure buried in plain sight, gold and silver. I've stumbled onto a game-changing opportunity, and I'd like to take you with me. For just $149 a year, you get membership that could reshape your financial future. The membership gives you access to purchase gold and silver at cost, eliminating markups and dealer fees, ensuring you get the best value for your investment. Imagine acquiring silver without dealer fees. It's like cutting the middleman. How much would you be able to save? With fiat money dwindling in value, gold and silver are keys to stability. This is more than just buying precious metals. It's about building wealth, building your future. If you're interested, there is also an option to share this opportunity and earn, but that's entirely up to you. Personally, I'm focused on securing gold and silver at the lowest possible cost for myself. Are you ready to beat inflation with the timeless value of gold and silver? Let's create a financial safety net together. Picture yourself holding your first silver piece, free from extra dealer costs. Perfect timing, perfect product, perfect model, the trifecta of a lifetime. Why now? Because the world is shifting, and so should your strategy. Knowledge is the best investment you can make. Comment below if you'd like to learn more.
Okay. So this is at cost metals, a program that we've just begun. And I came into it because I did the math. And that was the most important part for me. I've been purchasing gold for the last 4 years and silver, and I've watched the prices change, but I also saw the fees included. Child, I ain't gonna lie, I went down to pick up some gold, and actually, I went to pick out some silver, and the order was about, I had about $900 on me. I didn't want to, overdo it, but I had previously ordered it. I was coming to get it from the store. I asked them, I said, "Did you have it?" Now, mind you, this is one of my online sources that has a shop in my neighborhood. And so I went there and I was like, "Hey guys, I'm a customer online and talk to me." He was like, "Well, we're gonna have to charge you a surcharge. If you anything under $1,000 is $25 extra surcharge." And I'm thinking, why? Why am I paying more because I'm paying less? And they're figuring out how to add fees for nothing. Total fees just out of the blue. At the time, I needed to pick up my gold, and I told him, I said, "Don't worry about it. I'll just pay the fee." He's like, "Well, you could be saving money." See, that's the problem. He just lost a customer. And I buy from him with crypto. So this is a place I usually order from with crypto, which I get a discount, by the way, when I order from crypto. So I was looking for a place to get a much better price, no middleman dealer fees. And I paid up front so I could make my discounts throughout discount my purchases throughout the whole year. When they tried to explain this to me about a couple of years ago, and I saw this, and I was like, "No, I'm good. No more programs for me. Definitely no multi-level marketing. I've been there, done that." And it flopped like crazy. So many factors were in my head. And so the gentleman that I got introduced to, I'd known from my old gold purchasing days, and we were in the same program. He was like explaining to me, he's like, "Okay, this is like the original program, which we all loved, only it's sourced locally in this country. Our former gold program was in Germany. And so we had to wait, and we ordered and had it sent to us, and we paid tariffs on our gold in 2018, 2019. So tariffs aren't new, guys. That's real. Only this gold and silver comes from Texas, and it comes from the direct mining. So it gets mined as it's ordered. It gets printed as it's ordered. It doesn't sit anywhere. It doesn't get bought in or bought by a third party. And I was like, "Tell me more." Tell me more. We need to talk about this. And as I did, talk to
Texas?
me.
I just know they mining gold in Texas.
They have mines in Texas, yes, sweetie. They have
I
mines
didn't
all
know.
over the United States.
I didn't know.
Oh yeah, I know. I know, right? Quiet as it's kept. Silver too. I was like, "What? Child, them coal mines is coming back open. What do you get out of coal?"
Diamond.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We got a lot of coal mines still sitting here, y'all.
Uh,
So we've got to realize that there's a such thing as mineral rights, and minerals are what? Give me two right now. Gold and silver.
yeah.
Precious
They
metal.
do have mineral rights laws and stuff in Texas. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, thank you. So one of the things is that it's starting to come to we now you see two and two and starting to connect.
Mm-hmm.
See, but I want you guys to realize that you have an opportunity, and I'll definitely share with you a little more. For those who are interested, this is not required, by the way. It's just I love that we now have our own option, and you can earn free gold and silver. I was like, "Wait, what?" So my membership, which I paid for 2 years, it's $300. I also can reduce the two major coins. They gave me two of the commemorative coins that are like at least $60 to $150 each. So I get two of those with my membership. So I'm pretty much ahead right now, just for the membership. And so if I'm paying at cost, meaning I don't pay, and I remember I showed you guys what the spot price is. That's the spot price. That's what it's bought in bulk. That's like the wholesale price. So the spot price is what it costs on the market, in the market. All of the places I shop are a little over spot so they can make their what?
Profit.
Thank you. So I buy retail. Do you want to buy retail?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
No. Discount.
Right. You want to get your discount or you want to get your wholesale.
Right.
Okay. Our goal is to try to keep the lowest price to get to the, because is your money right now retail type money right now?
No.
You know, wealthy people don't shop retail, right?
Right.
They don't. People keep thinking they do. It's like, oh, they have nothing but the best. Yes, and they get discounts for that too. It's how you stay wealthy. It's how you keep your wealth by not overspending and get the best quality that you can for the best price. And the best price isn't the highest. The best price is the least for the most. So let's go. And it's so weird because we paid them. It's always so backwards when it comes to people in our community. We end up paying the least for the, we get the least and get the least. We get the least and get the least. Can you answer this, please? Thank you. Okay, let's go. So let's move into seeing this happen. So together we're going to go charting down the aisle of P2G, pennies to go. I have a meeting after this. Okay, just making sure folks know. All right, so can you all see that?
Yes.
Okay, so you all know I got my money in already. I got my Cash App in. I transferred my funds.
That client review was brutal.
We're gonna be. They're gonna come out of here, y'all. So we're gonna see about getting our crypto on. This is important because we're actually looking at. I need to turn some crypto into a specific coin. I'm gonna show you guys. My ladies, my information. I'm on the wrong browser for the at cost metals, but I'll bring it over. I'm gonna bring everything over. Minimize. Okay, we're gonna go to all the screens that we need to maneuver in this manner. So first I have my cash, which is in Cash App, which I cannot bring on the screen, but we will show you. We'll show Cash App's website, right? Because Cash App is a what, y'all? What is Cash App?
Not a third party platform.
Oh, my bad. Maybe not cashapp.com. Go here. Let's do a search then. See how they say it's supposed to be written. What? If you all can give me just one moment, apologies. Let's see. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Hello? Okay. My cord from my headphones got stuck, and I was hoping it didn't break. Like, technical difficulties. Okay, let's get moving, y'all. All right. I love it. Control your cash. Can you control your cash with Cash App, y'all? You think?
Kind of, sort of, but not really.
I know, right? So kind of,
It-
sort of.
So you said,
Okay,
what
so
is it? It's a centralized cash, well, the centralized dollar platform? No, I
yeah,
guess because it does do crypto, so but it's centralized.
it's
That's
a
the difference,
centralized, right? It's a centralized wallet, basically, where you manage multiple assets, cash, crypto, and stocks. Sounds like Cash App, right?
Yeah.
Not Coinbase. I meant yeah, Coinbase. My bad. I was like, not Coinbase. Well, what am I looking for? Let me get over here and see if I can get Coinbase to pop up, y'all. 'Cause it's acting funny. So because we need to get into we need to be able to get funding into the system, correct? All righty. Here we go. Continue. Can go with password manager. Maybe that'll work better. Oh my God, it worked. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
So we're going to use a small amount just to show the process. And I'm really excited because now I can move it. This was here for a little while. And so you see I have cash and I have crypto. I have 2504 as a balance, earning me 4.1. That's really cool. I like that. So if you put that cash on the platform, it gives you an APY in USDC. I'll be earning USDC crypto from it. All righty. See returns. Ta-da. Realized returns. That was nice. Total returns. I got 1,066. But actually, only a portion of that, like a few dollars, was given to me because it wasn't it wasn't a return. It wasn't an actual return. It was my money. They had my money, y'all. Okay, when you got my money, we have a problem. So as you can see in my Cash App, my Coinbase, as you can see in my Coinbase, I have a account that's attached to it. Make sense? Let me see. That's my Chime. How nice. My Chime is not giving up that kind of money right now, but it has a $5,000 a day limit that I can put on. I think what I will do is add about another $100 if I can. So I'm going to see what I could do to add cash, not pay with, but we're going to add cash. Deposit cash from my depositing. I want to do about another 100. What do I need to do first? What's the very first thing you got to do before you start transferring funds? What's important to do? Can I have my phone back, please?
Connect your wallet.
Okay. Actually, the wallet, or I should say the account is connected. This is a wallet. I'm pulling it into. This is cash into my wallet. What's the first thing you want to do before you go to put money anywhere or try to pull money from anywhere? What's something you want to do?
You want to make sure that you have the right address, correct?
Okay. I want you to keep in mind this is a cash to cash platform that I'm doing.
Cash to cash platform.
Right. It's going from my bank account into the cash portion of my Coinbase. It's not buying crypto. Or do you want to purchase crypto directly?
But make sure you get it from the right account.
That's one, correct. And I'm going to tell y'all, make sure you got money in the account.
Oh, okay.
Girl, you hit that button, they gonna be like,
That is true.
Like,
you
you ain't got that.
access denied.
Exactly. Like, like, excuse me? Wait a minute, what happened? I know I do. I'll be acting funny. I'm like, oh, my bad. I didn't pay attention. Should I put money in there? You think? So now I'm going to get in here. Let me make sure I got the right one. I want to just make sure it's connected to the precise card. Let's see. Let's see. Credit builder. Which one? Oh, shoot. Okay, wait. It's not the card. Very good. It's direct. So now I have to just check the account, right? See, because that's not a card number it's asking for. It's a actual account number. And so I go into my Chime and I double check to see that I have enough funds in here. Let's see. Does anybody know how to do this?
How to
check your account number in Chime?
Oh, no, not a Chime, no.
What you do is go to Chime, go into your first you go into your profile and you hit direct deposits. Because in the direct deposit setup area, it's going to show you your account info, or you can just go to your account info. And it shows you your bank account, meaning your actual checking account on Chime. Okay? Ladies, I'm going to need some confirmation. Y'all get that or no?
Okay.
If anyone missed that, I'm going to clarify it.
Please.
Okay. So Chime is an actual bank account. It's an online bank. And just like that's like Chase or Citi, you have a bank account and then you have card numbers. They are not the same number. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So now what you're looking at right now is my actual bank account for transfer here. It is not, you see, wire transfer, add a payment method. Look at all of it. Bank account, debit card, PayPal, wire transfer, or gift card. And today we are going to utilize my bank account, which is already connected, so I don't need to go back and add another one. So we're going to do this.
Miss Ruby?
From this, yeah.
I just wanted to say my phone might die on me. So I might be kicked out of class. I ended up taking the boys to the park, so.
Okay. I
have
got you.
charger.
No problem. But thank you for being on. Just in case. Okay. So this is the correct 4 digits of the checking account. I'm going to get some funds because I have a little. I can add that little 100. You know, we said we're going to do a little 100. Okay. So pay with is already set. Got it. I need to put in the amount I'm going to buy. Now, am I putting cash in or am I buying a coin? Do y'all want to buy a coin direct, right?
Right.
Let's get that coin, y'all. So I need $100. Max would be how much? How much would be max if I put in there? It'd be 5,000.
Okay.
We ain't going there right now. So also, let me just show you what I did. So am I buying Bitcoin or what do I really want to buy? I might want to buy another coin. Today, we're going to buy Aptos if we can buy it on the platform. Okay, because Coinbase has multi-coins. It's not a multi-wallet. It is a centralized platform, very different than a multi-wallet. It has a certain amount of coins it's trading in its platform. Okay, so you can buy them with cash on Coinbase once you register. So I'm going to take a look at some coins and see what I want. Dogecoin is at 17. It's down right now and in a good position, in a good spot to buy enough of them. The Gold Process, you'll see, is a platform that also accepts crypto. They accept Doge and Litecoin. So I'll probably get me some Doge to make purchases with. Okay. Say it again. Go ahead.
What was the what did you say? Okay, you said Doge.
So my gold and silver platform accept crypto.
Okay.
Okay. All of the ones that I use accept crypto.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to see how before we get the money, we're going to do something with it. Okay. I'm like, you don't get my money till I turn it into something that's going to work for me. They got Aptos, y'all. They got it. We down? We ready to get this Aptos?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Let's go. Aptos. Ooh, what is Aptos up to? I'm only getting 21. Oh, it's up to $4. Oh, shoot. Aptos playing games. Look at that. It's like you playing. So we're going to buy it here. I'm going to review my order. Save on this trade. Free for 7 days. I am not buying your monthly system. No, thank you. I'll be good with 347 more. All right, let's go. Order submitted. Pay 0 trading fees with Coinbase One. No, thank you. I'm good, boo. All right, let's go take a look and see what my transactions look like. All right. Bought. Now, what do I want to do with this? What's the first thing I got to do with it? When you come to a centralized platform and you make a purchase, what's the first thing you're supposed to do? What's the next step?
I checked to see if it went through.
Oh, well, that's
You
perfect.
you want to get it out of that and put it in your personal wallet.
Private wallet. And
Your
what private
decentralized wallet.
wallet do we have for Aptos? Remember? Starts with a P.
Not, why do I want to say Proton? Not Proton.
It's okay. Petra,
Petra.
exactly.
There you go.
There you go.
I'm thinking of
Petra.
all the P names. I'm like, free search. I'm like, no, that's not a wallet.
Wow. Well, at least you on the right track. All right. So let's go. So we just made a purchase and it showed up here this month bought says pending. So it's still coming in. Let's take a look. All right, price. The price you see here is the final price paid per coin. The execution price includes a spread, which allows us to lock in your price while your order is processed. Learn more about the spread. I love it. Please pay attention and do learn more about it. So it took funds from my balance. So I'm going to get about $96.26 worth of coin minus the 374 for their Coinbase fee, which is the spread. So they got this amount is pretty good. Reference code, it says it's pending, date and time, and you'll see how long it should take. Remember, this is a centralized platform. It's not like transferring coins from it's very different because you're actually doing a trade, and in this place it's going to take a minute to trade it. So once this comes in, you're going to come to this point here where you're going to come down and says send. Okay. I have some wallets that I sent. Look, 8 years ago. I've had this wallet for 8 years. This is my history in this wallet for all of those 8 years. So connect Coinbase wallet, but then we have an email. So where do you want to send it to? When am I sending this to? They now have email wallets, whereas an email address is attached to a wallet or a web address is attached to a wallet. Okay. And what you can do is place it there. So okay, but this is the wrong platform. So I'm supposed to be in the other wallet. I need to do what? In order for me to send my coin, what do I need to do? What do I need to have for here?
The address?
Which address?
The Petra address.
Right. So I'm going to go to where my Petra is. Petra. I'm going to log in. Remember what that is. Please keep your records clear because you won't memorize everything. Okay? All right. So we got 12 of them in here. And I need more than this eventually. So I'm going to want to purchase from this gold and silver program, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I hope so. Hope I get to. We got some staked Aptos. Y'all see that S Aptos right there? So I got some staked, making some money somewhere, right, y'all?
Yeah.
I take a look and see where I put my stuff. Then I go back and I can swap. I can even swap the coin, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If I want more Aptos. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go in to Aptos. I'm gonna grab my web address here, my actual wallet address. Come on, Aptos, open up. Oh, stop being a sticky head. Ah, there's my address. So here's my Aptos address. Ta-da. And I can take this where? What am I going to do? Where is it going?
Back over to Coinbase.
There we go. It just happens to be that I'm on 2 different browsers, just so you know. Coinbase tends to work better on my Google browser. I would put that here. See what I'm saying? And I say, okay, that's it. See, Aptos. It says incompatible. Oh, why is it incompatible? What happened? Uh-oh.
What does it say that? I didn't see that.
Now, one of 2 things. My Aptos may not be finished. See, it says pending.
That's what I was thinking. That's why I was saying I have to wait till
It's
it
like,
goes
you can't
through.
take that. You don't got nothing.
Oh, like wait till it posts or whatever. Have it. I don't know the term, but wait till it go through.
No, you correct. And wait
Mm.
till it posts. And it has to say what? Look, see? Completed. Uh-oh. My APT is done. There we go. So let's see. Let me get that Aptos address one more again. What you got? What you got? Okay, go back in. Minimize. Want to send it. Let's go. I bought Aptos. Let me send. Hit my address. Paste. All right. APT popped up. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Hit max. Let me see. Oh, it was incompatible with the USDC.
What does that mean?
Hmm?
What does that mean? Incompatible with the USDC.
That wasn't Aptos USDC.
Oh, okay.
That's why this Aptos lit up when that address went in. Okay. Right now it's saying I'm sending 5 APTs. Go back. Did I authorize 5 APTs? Let me see it. My maximum is how many? That's not how much Aptos I have. It's saying that 23.44. Oh, it's still going. Available either pending transaction or locked up. Okay, why? Temporary holds. Funds held to cover credited amounts from pending bank transfers. Oh, wow. It's still waiting for my bank transfer.
So it just posted that 2344 and
Yes, it did. Because
okay.
it let me put that much through. Look at this, y'all. That's my problem with them. When you don't use this, if you haven't used this enough, I haven't actually used this with this account a lot. I kind of am particular about utilizing this platform because I don't like to have more than one point of purchasing. Like I don't like more than one place for centralized platforms to, to work with because it keeps a record. They all keep a record. So if I use all of them, I now have 3 records going at once. I don't need that many records going. I need my transactions to look like they're coming from one place, in and out, and done. But this is just for class, and this is just for showing how this works, okay? Now, while I don't mind waiting until next Wednesday to get my stuff, I don't care, because it's in there. Let them finish. They even gave me a little something up front. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
I can just preview it, see what it's doing. The network's going to look at how much it charged the network fee is. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, somebody. Y'all see this?
5 cents.
Yep.
Let me ask you this though. So the 2355, you get it at the what it is today, but what about, and I think I've had this happen to me before, but when it finally posts the full amount that you bought, is it bought at the same price of today
Yep.
or?
Exactly. We just read that. Let me send this along so we can see it go into the wallet. Okay. Let's finish sending this Aptos. Okay. View details. Here we go. That's the wallet. Everything's good. Pending status. 16 seconds. All right. And this here is the Block Explorer. This is the Aptos Block Explorer. It's going to take you to. It's completed. So then I go to my wallet, my Petra wallet. And it's always good to do a small amount. Always good to do a small amount first. So it sent us 5 today. Let's see what the activity is. There it is. Moments ago. So it worked. We got our Aptos. This is a good way to buy. I'll have more later, but this is what I want to do. I'm going to show you something. I have $25 sitting there, right? Well, I'm going to buy. What am I going to buy? My rest of my Aptos. See, there's activities on this, and I've already earned 5 cents reward on in USDC for having funds in the platform. So let me just go to assets. See, this is how much of my Aptos I have available. Once again, I'm going to go here to my cash. Y'all see my cash? That's the money that was sitting on there. That was cash that I had sitting there. Notice it's also USDC. It says cash, but it runs up as USDC. Y'all saw that? Hold on a second. I got to get this up top. So I'm going to go back to my assets. Go back to cash. USDC is counted like cash on the platform. So you're going to do what do I want to do?
Get some more Aptos.
Yeah, baby, let's go. Let's get as much as we can. Because I got some gold to buy, don't I? Ta-da! All right, that was perfect. So we're going to go from USDC to Aptos right here. Maximum. Very good. Very good. Okay, we're doing another swap. This USDC I have. That I don't have to wait for that. So now I'm going to go back to crypto. Up, switched up. Y'all see that? And now we can then do what again?
Take it over to the wallet.
Same number, right?
Girl, good girl.
You see this? No compatible asset. Are you serious? Come on. Don't do a hold on me. So how much of this is available? We got to see, right?
Oh.
See, I made the purchase. It came from my cash, right? It's out of cash. This is so cute. Lifetime earnings, 17 cents. Every time I put funds on this platform, it starts to make me.
Okay.
I got her. I got
her. Go get it. It's my way.
I don't think she realizes she's unmuted.
Oh.
I got her. Okay. So we go back to crypto. We want to check to see how much of this is accessible. So it was bought here. It's completed. Now we need to send. Oh, don't connect the wallet. No, don't do it. Now I want to put in paste in this one. Okay, now it shows up. I don't have any Aptos to send. Let me see. Oh, it's holding on to all of it before it sends it. So no problem. Fine. Keep hold of it. And I will go work with what's in the wallet. But I still need more coin, don't I? In this case, I have in my wallet, I have some USDC, which is in the wallet already. What can I do here in the wallet to get more Aptos?
Use what's in the USDC.
Exactly. It's all money. It's all my money, right?
Hmm.
It's all my money, right?
Yep.
So how am I going to do it?
You're going to is it swap?
All
No.
right.
Okay.
Now you're heading. Now you got it. Now you got it. But I got to change that coin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we're using USDT, a DC with a C, to get to what coin do we try to get?
Aptos. Aptos?
Yep. USDC. How much are we going to use? How much do you think we want to use? About $50?
Yeah.
All right, cool. $50. All righty. So about $50 worth of it, we're going to receive 11.3245. All right. And when it says to swap, we shall swap USDC point to this is how much each one is equal to. Here we go. Okay, slippage. All right, let's go take a look at the wallet, right? Now I have 20, instead of 17, I got 28. Makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Now before I had $75, now I have $25, right? In USDC. What is USDC?
Is that the you said it earlier. I
What
I
does it
don't
do?
Stable coin?
yes,
Yes.
stable. I don't know. I want to say neutralized, but stable. That's what I
And no, and honestly speaking, if that helps you bring out the word stable, then say it so you can
okay.
hear yourself. It does. It neutralizes the conditions of the coin because currently it's volatile. And you want to neutralize volatility, you use a
Stable coin.
there you go.
Okay.
All right. You're getting it. See, the goal is to make it make sense for you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
This is not just it's the vocabulary is not rigid unless you need to use it with someone. Utilize ways or create ways that you can remember them, that they sound correct to you.
Okay.
And don't worry about folks. Believe me, if you know what you're trying to do, just do it. I don't worry about nobody when I'm moving my monies. Okay, so here we go. There you go. There's your 11. We sent, received. Again, received. When we sent 50, we got what we had to. See, nice. Okay, so now we got to take the Aptos and go do something. And that's where we get to Amnis. Amnis is an Aptos-based platform that has what on it? Please read.
Use cases.
Yes. Isn't that what gives these coins any purpose? Any price or value? When you think of use case, think of supply and demand. Y'all remember? No use case, no value. The coin is worth what?
Nothing.
Thank you. Remember, the only thing that gives crypto its value is use. What is crypto?
Software.
Right. And if you had gotten a Microsoft Office and you put it in your computer and it did absolutely nothing, what you want? What do you want? You want your money back, don't you?
Refund.
Yes, thank you. Because this ain't worth nothing to me. So we've been doing this a long time, haven't we?
Yeah.
We've been using the computer programs have had a price for a use case. A whole process has gone around in circles. We didn't even know we were in one. You buy software for the purpose of its use. Otherwise, you don't buy the software if you can't use it. So that's how it works. And some of us gotten too used to using software without realizing it for free. But even that's not free. Y'all know that, right?
Yeah.
Free software is not free. There's a price in there somewhere. So let's make sure we learn how to get out what we want. So this process I have written down in my book, and I'm really excited. So today our crypto of choice is what? We went from cash
To
The
Aptos.
Aptos.
to Aptos. Come on, write it down. Let's go. Don't let me be the only one making money today. All righty. And we're going to take Aptos and find a good use case for it. So the first thing we talked about was liquid staking, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Well, guess what they got? Liquid staking. They have a way to create, and they even have an NFT airdrop. I got to check that out because it's lit up. Airdrops are free. Now I'll teach you how to get those. We're going to teach you how to find some of those. There we go. So I have some of these tokens because remember in my wallet, you could see them. So I would have had, I'm actually on the platform staking currently for a profit. Amnes. Estimated APR for staking, 7.77, right? Not bad, huh?
No.
Okay, that's an APR, which is the annual percentage rate. So let's see. When I put my wallet, my Petra, which has my coins on it, we have my ranking, retroactive points. Nice. All right. So I apparently am already in this game, correct?
Mm-hmm.
My ST Aptos is 17.59. That means I'm already staking here. I've already done this process. And let's see, ST Aptos is worth $1.14 each AM. So just so that you know, just so you guys know, there's a couple of steps here. This is when you're minting and you have to go from minting to get a stake coin. So when I say AMP, we come to stake the coin, we'll say, okay, go max. I don't have any AMP. So I need to go back to the first step. I got to start in step 1. In step 1, it's going to create the first coin because I got Aptos. I got 28 Aptos, max them out. As a matter of fact, I don't max out. Why am I not going to max this out? Why am I not going to max out how much Aptos I'm using, y'all? Remember?
It's supposed to have an equal amount or
Well, this is not that process. We're not
okay.
we're doing staking, not pooling.
Okay.
It's just one step. Step 1, I should say. And in this process, y'all remember why I couldn't use all my coin before?
Because I hadn't posted yet.
No, not that was on a different platform. So the last time I did any staking, I had to make sure I left some coin in my wallet because it has to use what? Gas.
Oh, this was last week.
Yes, that was
Okay.
last week.
Yeah.
This is the same process.
Okay.
You always leave some coin in your wallet so that it covers gas. If it's Ethereum, the gas prices are going to be high. So a little bit is not going to be enough. That's why we use platforms like this, because we can grow the coin and bring it over to use. We can grow up the coin with little fees, very low fees, very low. Okay. This is a really low, this is a max delegation fee. And you get paid in fees when you do the staking. Does that make sense? The fees from the whole platform are split amongst everyone. Okay. This is how much is staked. This is how many people are receiving. You're including your wallet, my wallet that's already there. And this is how much value is staked in all. So 36 million is staked in Amnes. This is how many stakers, but for the whole of all of this Aptos platform period, there's 58 million in play right now. Okay, can read that. Please do read the FAQs, what everything is. All right, so to do this 24, it's going to follow this whole process. I don't have to do this 2 times. It's going to bring me all the way to staked Aptos. Does that make sense? So if I mint and state, now, what might hold me off? What might make me stop here? AMPT.
I have a question before we.
Go ahead.
Okay, I understand the staking. What does mint mean? Like,
I was wondering when y'all were gonna ask me that. Okay, I'm checking. I'm checking to see if you're paying attention. All right. To mint means to it literally means to create. It's a creation process of a new coin. Staking is the transfer and hold. Minting is the changing of the coin. And in this case, I'm really excited because Aptos first mints, then stakes. Not all coins do that. You then have an opportunity to make funds. Remember we talked about restaking in that platform in that last video? Oh, we got some more places to go after we get this coin. Don't get it twisted. A sister gonna make it happen 2 times before I borrow and come out of this bad boy. All this is gonna be making money. Why? Because it makes sense. So you can mint only and go to this point. Has to telling my wallet what to do. I'm gonna cancel that because I want ST Aptos. You all want to see what the other part is. Okay, good. It's still here. Okay, so for liquid staking, staking governance, incentives. It's a referral program, which is really cool for your friends and earn 1 point cash back. That's a good part. That's actually a good platform. All right. So let me come out of here. When I go back here, I check in the area of Amnes Finance. I want to see in the use case, where can I take that ST coin, right? Once we finally get the ST coin in, where can I make more money with that extra coin? So I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to the what?
DeFi.
Miss Rose, how you doing?
I'm just following.
Are you writing? What I'm drawing is a roadmap. It's kind of going to go back and forth a little, but know that you're using these pages as resources to get into the opportunities. So once we get from the first step, which is the Coinbase process, and that's done, you finally have the coin to do anything with. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So we want to first acquire coin. Then we want to take the coin we get to a usable platform. That's in this case, it's Aptos and Amnis. Okay. Aptos is the website. Amnis is the first place that you're going to start a process in. We started the process for minting and staking. So we're going to mint and stake, giving us a whole new coin back, right?
Right.
Starting your APT, your Aptos is going to be making you 7.77%. Getting where I'm coming from now? You're going to be earning. So let's earn. Let's get to earning. So I'm a mint and stake. Oh, my bad. It's 24, just like you said, 24. I know the rest of it's going to come over in a few days, y'all. We're going to leave some behind. Going to mint. Get permission in the wallet to get 24 of those coins out, right? And watch what happens. It's going to turn into staked Aptos because you have some in there already. You're going to get those. All right, let's see. Use staked Aptos. Woo! It's telling you what to do with the staked Aptos. Now, let's stop here for a second. Because without having to go all the way back to the use cases on Aptos, it's telling you where you can get more money for this. Use your ST Aptos to access APT loans and enhance yield strategies. Talk to me, y'all. Okay. Our best and strongest one, I was going to take you back to see it, but look what popped up. Another opportunity. It says, "Ooh, you got some ST Aptos. Let me show you what to do with that." Nice, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
So you can go to check out all of these platforms and see where you get the best break. This is liquidity pools on dexes. This is lending and borrowing. And we said today, like the wealthy do, they do what with their money?
Borrow off of it.
Right. First thing they do is lend it to the bank, right? For a
Yeah.
percentage. Now, y'all see how many times will this money be lent? So far. If we do this, how many times is it going to be lent?
Twice? Well,
yes, it
okay.
will.
All right.
Miss
Yeah,
Rose?
sometimes.
Miss Rose? You get that?
If we do what?
Okay. Remember what we said the wealthy do? What do wealthy do when they have $100,000? What do they do at the bank?
They let the bank use it to lend out.
Right. So they put it into a high yield loan, right? To the bank.
Correct.
Right. They get a high yield account. They start making some money on it. But then what they do right after?
They take the profits.
Nope. Their profits don't come for a year. What do they do immediately?
Borrow against it.
Thank you. Go ahead. Why would they borrow against it, Miss Rose?
Well, because where it's sitting, it's still doing what it can. But if you borrow against it, then you're
still able to use it.
Right.
Is the 100,000, if they take out 70,000 of 100,000, is that 100,000 affected?
No.
Why? I'll tell you, and write this down. It's not affected because it's a completely different product. A collateralized account is a separate product from a loan account. They don't connect to each other. One can give you leverage to get the other, meaning collateral, to be able to qualify for the loan, right? $100,000 that's making money will qualify you for some more money to borrow, right?
Right.
It's like your car. Your car qualifies you to get a loan against it. You own it flat out. It's in good condition. You can take a loan on it, and when it's time, if you default on the loan, they just come pick up the car, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the house, right?
Right.
Okay. I want you to think of this collateralized account, these coins that you got. We're gonna go loan them. And the best place so far, Aries has the best prices for your loan. So we're gonna find STP, right? That's our coin, correct?
Yeah.
Wow, that's even higher than Aptos. Our coin is now higher in price. Crazy, ain't it? We got Aptos for like 4 and change. But when we staked it, when we minted and staked it, it's now worth 502. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. So here we go. ST Aptos. That doesn't look like a very good thing. It's I deposited. I don't get anything. What's wrong with this thing? Maybe I don't want to use ST Aptos. Maybe I want something else. How can I change the game? Let's see. AMP Aptos is 439. You get 40% liquidity value. Okay. At least you get 1.6. That's not bad. But that's a high borrow rate. Wow. I'm not sure I want to be in all of that. What y'all think? I'm not feeling this. I want something with some high yield. And I can swap my coin out for. Ooh, what y'all think? What y'all think? So does it look like any opportunities on this platform?
No.
Oh, I would think so. What you think? Y'all don't think these are good? You know what my problem is? The borrow rate. Always read. What does it say to do? It's like we're not going to show you until you show us what you got. Show us what you're working with. So I have ST Aptos, right?
Yes.
And this platform offers different rates for more staking, correct? For more lending. I can lend it to the platform and I'll get percentages on all the coins that are moving on this platform. So this apparently is bonus, by the way. These are bonuses. Let's read them. So if I'm going to deposit, I have a wallet with some USDC, right? If I put in the max. If I use my USDC on this platform, and I deposit it here, my APY is 7.38. What do you think?
That's high.
It's pretty good, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? We got some differentials in the room. Here we go. This is a little better. 765. Let's see. I don't have any of that, but what can I do to get it? What can I do in all of them to get it? What does this say? Y'all see this? What does that say?
Is that the OKX wallet?
Yeah. That's crazy, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
That's in the X. So XBCC. Do we have that? Now you're seeing other opportunities in other wallets. What just happened? That is not what I meant to happen. Okay, there we go.
So you would go to the OKX wallet to see if you can do it?
Because if I have some Aptos in there,
Mm-hmm.
I can use it, right? I think I have some Aptos in there. All right, let's take a look. There's some Aptos, ain't it? That's a lot of Aptos too. I forgotten I put Aptos in here. Y'all see that? Sometimes we forget where we put some things, y'all. We put some things. You can also bring your Petra. You can actually send, if you say you want to utilize the Petra mostly, you can bring coins from your Petra to your Aptos. Y'all remember how to do that?
You can bring what?
You can send over from Petra to
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
send your Aptos from Petra to OKX. Okay? You have some coins on here. But the BTC, XBTC has a 4.46 APY on this wallet, in this wallet by itself. So another another Aptos process is OKX, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I know it's getting a little bit confusing. Let's get back. I need to figure out what to stake so I can get some. I want to borrow, right? So help me find a good stake and borrow spot. Let me close this up. We'll figure out which wallet we're going to use on it. Okay?
Okay.
Because one has a lot more in here and I don't have any staked in here. Notice there's nothing staked from this wallet in here yet. So I may have to go back, stake, and come back. But not right now. Close up my OKX and let's take a look and see. So main wallet, Petra. Did I connect the wallet? We did the Petra wallet already? Let me check. Where did my coin? Okay, yeah, this opened up. Main account. And there's the wallet. I'm not doing anything on this platform as of yet, right? So right now, I'm looking to find the best bang for my buck. Does it appear? What do you think the best one is? What is that? Athena staking. That's a specific platform. You can use this platform to get there, by the way. Same thing with the OKX. So if it became a stable coin, I would get a better deal, correct?
Yeah.
My only problem is this part. Only issue. I'm pretty much looking dollar for dollar over here. So I'm not making any money. Here, I'm losing money because this is high, because the borrow is higher than the. Does that make sense, y'all? It's starting to sink in, right?
What about hold on, let me go back. What about
Wow, this is like really crazy.
never mind.
No, go ahead. I'm interested in whatever anybody sees.
The SUSD, that one.
This one here?
Yeah.
Looks like a deal, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's take a look at what's invested. It's about 10 million. Total borrowed, none. There's money in, no money out. My concern.
Okay.
Big concern on that one. I like this one, but I don't like this. So let's take a look. There are other platforms as well. Let's take a look at another one. So we saw Aries. Maybe Aries isn't it today. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then let's see what's on Miso Finance. What's everybody making now? Current market value, total value locked, total borrowed, and lend out 54%. Let's take a look. I have USDC in my wallet. I have ST Aptos. Let's look. Supply, APR. Not bad. Okay. So if I'm going to borrow, this is what I have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go down a little and see. These are the top. So SDT, USDT, that's almost $1 for dollar. I'm not doing that. So let's see what happens if we do the ST Aptos. Make the wallet. We'll do the Para wallet, the least amount. So I have some coins, ST Aptos, supply, total supply. Let me see. Oh, I can't wait to show y'all what a flash loan is. Ms. Rose, I'm gonna let you know if you got blood pressure medication or cholesterol, please take it before you take that class. If you got excited about that last video, it's gonna get crazy with the flash loan. All right, total borrowed is almost 100%, y'all. Okay, here we go. I'm a little concerned. The platform seems to be a little over extended.
Which
Max
means there's
interest
nothing
rate.
left to borrow. Is that what you're saying?
I'm thinking that they're getting close to their maximum being borrowed.
Okay.
See, total borrowed info. This is of everything. So they're 95.7 of 100K, which is their maximum. But they have 500K. So maybe, at least they're four. Looks like 4-1, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're not hit it yet. It's not hit it. See, we could do this. We could do this. Borrow cap, APR, 0.20%. All right. I don't know if I want that. Liquidation share threshold. So do you know what a liquidation threshold is? What does that sound like?
What it would take or how difficult it is to liquidate?
Exactly. The liquidation threshold is at what point of the loss or gain. I shouldn't be saying gain because gain would be active, is growth. But at what point your investment can be liquidated? That means completely out, wiped out. It says the liquidation penalty is 3%. So it's 75 plus a 75%, it hits 75% below, and then you owe another 3%. That's the liquidation penalty. So you have to manage these processes. You can't just go in and leave it forever. Because they can actually. So you see it says supply. If I came in, I can supply them with, say, half. My supply APR, y'all see this? I hit deposit. So for more information, I make sure I look at what I'm thinking. Okay, this is how many Aptos, limited borrow, 100,000 Aptos. That's a pretty good good separation in price. Okay. Optimal utilization is 80%. So they say, well, you know, to do 80%, you can take up to 80% off the platform. That's what they're saying. So if I put in 100, I can get up to 80 safely.
Mm.
The optimal is what they're saying. That's not the maximum, but that is the optimal. And they'll let you take more, but you have more of a chance of not recouping your finances. Does that make sense? Myself, I would never go more than about 70%. And it's the optimal interest rate is 5%. Max interest rate is 250. That's the max interest rate. And that ain't for you to grow. That's the charge. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. So I can deposit if I want, but right now I'm not going to do it. Because I want to make some money. What about that? What do you think?
That's why we're here.
That's right. So let's take a look at some other stuff that makes some money. All right. So while that is an Aptos process, what other coins have you learned about? Let's take a look at some other coins.
We learned about
Mm-hmm.
what's
Well,
it?
I'm gonna have to get you over to the other side a little faster. A platform called Sui. Y'all remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Sui lives in my slush wallet. That's where my Sui is. Now, on CoinMarketCap, this is want to make sure you guys can see it, you ladies can see it clearly. On CoinMarketCap, close down, just to make sure you see, we can actually buy Sui. 2. Okay, so actually, I'll just try to open that up so you can all see it. You can purchase Sui directly. Uh-oh. No. What happened? I remember them having Sui on this platform. Uh-oh. So I know where Sui is. Sui is not in the direct purchase process because I'm in the wrong country. You can purchase, I know I'm in the wrong location for this particular app. But if you go to their trading platform, which I do not partake in, you can buy Sui there. You can actually trade Sui. But trading and purchasing are 2 different processes, correct?
Right.
So when we talk about trading, talking about, and write this down, please. You have trading that actually allows you to make money on the action. We call that price action. And price action means that when the coin goes up and down, you can trade against it. Or you can trade futures against it, against its future value. And what will you get paid in? Cash. You only make the dollar amount there. You can only make the profits on it. But you cannot take the coin off of those platforms. Now,
So
that's
okay,
just
I have
trading.
so for Sui, I think that's the only thing I have on
Slush?
I have it on crypto.com.
Oh, okay. So
And
you
so
would then, that's where you get your Sui at, huh?
uh-huh.
Oh, go ahead, girl. I can't do it because I'm in New York. They so mean.
Oh, they
They
don't
so
have you can't
mean. Nope.
it's okay.
I can't even sign up for crypto.com. That's how sad it is. I'm like, that's messed up. Everybody out here making crypto.com money and I'm locked out.
So are you saying that I have to keep it on crypto.com to trade or
No.
keep it? Okay.
So
Explain
in
that
this
again then.
case, what you're going to do is exactly what you saw me do with my coins here.
Uh-huh.
You're going to do the same thing on crypto.com. You're going to go to crypto.com, go to your assets, which are your coins, and go to the word send. And then you're going to go find your private wallet address for Sui, which is your Slush wallet or OKX wallet for Sui, and place that address in the send.
But what were you just saying about Sui that we couldn't do?
That's on Coinbase. There's nothing you can't do with Sui once you get it.
All
Oh,
right.
once you get Sui, you fine. So how do I do that is I then take, to get Sui, I'll get some USDC.
Oh.
I'll pick up if I'm coming from Coinbase, I get USDC, I take it off the platform, and then I swap it on a bridge. I was able to do that successfully in my Clever wallet. It's a little expensive, but it gets me what I want when I need it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's not what I meant. Okay, so we have actually looked at this a couple of times, but let's get over to the Sui platform. Because weirdly enough, I got to get some Doge, y'all. I'm like, what? They take Doge? Okay, whatever. It's all right with me. It's like, I want what I want. I got to do what I got to do, right? As long as it doesn't cost me more, I'm good. So here we go. That's Aptos. This is staking, and you've got some other financial programs on here. Aries has another good they got some pretty good programs. I'm gonna see if we can use Sui to make some money. So let's look at SUI and see what happens when we go to the SUI process. All right. Here we go. SUI.io. This is their website. Where else can I go? So got a question. Looks like good buying to me. Y'all see where they were today? This is today. They hit 336 and now they're 296. SUI hasn't been in the $2 at $2 for a while. Y'all see that? 7 days ago, it hit $2.90 something cents. Before this bad boy decided to spike back up, what you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get some. How I'm gonna get some? So let's get in the wallet. I'll go into the slush wallet because it has the most coins in it. Let's go. So my slush wallet is where my SUI lives. All right, log in. So that way, when I need to get onto a platform, I have quite a bit invested. Y'all see that? These are the coins still sitting here. These are the ones that are going up and down. These are the coins that are earning me coin back. I click there and I see what platforms I'm earning coins on. Okay, y'all you were here for some of these. Y'all remember that? Remember we talked about liquid staking? These are all SUI based. And so I have some SUI up here, right? I got some SUI in the wallet. Let's go back real quick.
Because that's what you did last week with the pooling, right?
Right.
The farming, I'm sorry.
Exactly. I was setting up some SUI and products from here. So we did turbos last week. We did wall. I think we did SUI lend. And this is H wall. This is how H wall comes out after you loan wall. You get H wall. It's called ha wall. Ha wall. This is regular wall coins as well, walrus. So we go up, take a look at our investments and look at the platform. So this is for lending, vaults, where staking takes place, and then liquid staking takes place, which allows you to get a coin back. I give you SUI, you give me SUI, right? Okay, I give you HIDL, you give me S-HIDL. In this case, wall works a little different. You give me wall, you give me HIDL wall. It's interesting. They all go left and right. My goal is just to see where I can make some money. That makes sense? So wait a minute. Turbo's not the right one. These are vaults. That's staking. We're looking for liquid staking. And so let's see where we get the liquid staking from. All right, SUI Spring. I need to get to SUI Spring to do it. Let's go. That's a balance. Not bad. It's very low too. How do I get there? Let me see. Because it'll take you to the platform usually that it's on. Let's see, SUI Spring. All right. I can get there from the wallet or I can get there directly. I want to stake more. Yeah. So you see, I don't even have to go to the platform to do it. The wallet is handling it. It says, okay, I have a 2.2 APY. This is how much per dollar or SUI I get for each SUI I'm getting. And so I have some SUI. It's going to give me some SUI, and then I can take that SUI that I get to another platform to make more interest, correct? Okay, let's go. I see SUI lend. This is a platform. Let's go. That I can lend to the platform. So if I'm going to make some SUI, I want to know if I can get paid on some SUI, right? Let's go here. Connect the Slush wallet, approve, and now you can see things that you need to see. So SUI, let's see. Why is it so far over? Jeez. The claims and rewards are open. So you see I have some rewards that I can claim, right? Because something on this platform is moving. Gonna claim and deposit. You can move it to the wallet or you can deposit it into the platform again. So all I'm doing is sending it back. I'm depositing it to the platform so it keeps building up. See, this is my USDT deposited. If I want to withdraw, it tells me, no. Max. That's going to come from my wallet. I am not putting the rest of my money on this platform. If you hit deposit, that's what it do. If you hit borrow, that's what it do. Withdraw, that's what it do. Got it? Repay. I don't have a loan, so it can't tell me. It's telling me my utilization is at a high level. But this is what is already taking place on the platform. There's 99 USDC in here already. I have 200 USD. I'm sorry, backwards. I have this in my wallet. I have this on the platform. USDC, I have 200 and change. But I borrowed from that price. It's telling me I can withdraw this. Okay, hit max. This is the max I can withdraw from the platform. I'm good. If I want to borrow, this is the max I can borrow from the platform. Did that number just go up again? It's interesting. When it comes to stable coin, the number only goes up. When it comes to the other coins, it goes according to the market. Y'all remember that. When it comes to borrowing and loaning and borrowing, you loan a volatile coin, volatile coin will work to loan because you're going to be making money on every time it grows, and it slows down it slows the interest when it goes down. We're running into an hour over. We can't be in here for that long. So let's take a look.
What did you say volatile mean again?
Means the coins that go up and down according to the market.
Okay.
Okay. So with this, we see that we have several different opportunities here and to get different things. So we have SUI, we can earn some coin, borrow APR. Now, I just want to share something with you. You're getting interest paid. This is the only place that you can earn crypto on crypto you borrow. And what it does, the interest, so remember this, the borrow is 3.8 because your rewards for borrowing SUI is at 10.47. Your interest rate, in this case, your interest rate is 8.26. It brought it down to 2.1%, and your deposit, to deposit it, you're getting 4.8. So you're always over when you do it this way. The goal is to make sure this side is bigger than this side. So what you get in interest is more than what you pay in interest. Okay, how many people get that? That is not hard. That's not rocket science.
I got it.
Okay, now this is not bad either. Anything that takes that price down is a blessing. Okay.
So when you borrow and when it's time to pay back what you borrowed, they take it out. How do they get that back?
No, it's just it's tallied as your number.
Okay.
The borrow is all tallied. So you pay, everything they pay you after all the fees and stuff come out, it comes out to you. That's what comes to you.
Okay.
Okay. So the platform, when you you put the funds in, you're getting your interest. It begins to tick over. That's an APR. So you got 365 days to earn that interest.
Mm-hmm.
And it keeps going daily from the seconds. Every second is constantly adding on. It's not through days. Notice that I'm not doing a certain amount of time or a certain amount of days. So the account is constantly accumulating until you get this area here called rewards.
Mm.
Now, if you take coins off the platform, that's going to take, like as you borrow, you remove them from the platform, you will find that your rewards will get lower. That's what I've learned. Okay, so we want to make sure that we're doing what, so here we are, it says here, deposit, SUI, deposit, you're getting 4.30 borrow APR. I think I'm liking that one, y'all. What y'all think? I get 4.3 for depositing it. And when it comes to borrowing, it looks like there's no interest for borrowing.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
I'm digging 0 interest on the borrow. I don't know about y'all, but I'm digging it. Give me a second. I need this thing to close. This sidebar actually does close. Oy, next. It's a pain in my neck. Because I'm trying to see the very edge of this, where it gives you like all the last of the information. So other coins come at different rates. This is not bad. Deep is not a platform that says isolated assets. There's 12 of them. This is what's all down here. Just be careful. Always do your homework. Okay. So what's offsetting this is deep. The price makes a difference. Okay, so your 40% here comes out to being 10% less. So you're getting some deep rewards here, 26. You get deep rewards, SUI rewards. Interest on this is very high. Okay, then we have Buck. We were on another platform where we collected Buck. We can utilize our Bucks here as well. Okay, I'm not really feeling these numbers. That's crazy. It's a little insane for me. Okay, that's good. I can bring it over that way. There we go. So take a look at all of the opportunities and always do the math. How much are you being paid compared to how much you have to pay back? Does that seem like rocket science? Is that hard?
No. But
Just
you have,
doing
I think it's something that we have to
practice.
do. Yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to do is something that I do every time I'm in a class. When my instructor shows me something, I take down the website. Ouch. Have you all been taking down the websites to look at this for yourself?
Not this one.
Okay. So SUI Lend borrow fees on SUI Lend are 0%. Did y'all see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
This is SUI Lend. When you borrow back, you get 0%. Now, while I'm looking at percentages here, very few of them say 0. All right. But I know that SUI, you stake it, and it comes back to you with babies. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. And you don't owe anything on it. So right now, the borrows on this is your borrow limit. You see my borrow limit?
Yeah.
Okay. Because that's what I have on the platform. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to call it a night for the night. Actually, we won't. We have one last step. You got to realize one thing. I absolutely love this process. The last piece is going to be turning crypto into what?
Go.
There you go.
Gold.
I
I've been
have,
waiting for that. I was about to say, hold on, Miss Ruby, you can't leave yet.
I know. I was wondering which one of y'all was gonna remind me we got to get it done. So I'm going to go and I'm logged in already to at Cost Metals. I started my membership and I'm really excited. And
Do
I
you
just have
have
to
to
go.
have a membership,
You
Miss
must
Ruby?
have a membership to purchase because at cost metals makes it's at cost because of the membership. Now the membership comes at two different prices. And I even think you can put it on Klarna, which is really cool. So
And
if
okay.
you want, if you're looking to get started, you have to just let me know because this is a referral program. You cannot be a part of it without a referral. Does that make
Got
sense?
you.
And
Yes.
so my personal referral number is somewhere in here. I'll find it. And, and I will locate it just like you have your stuff inside. There it is. It popped right out. So I'm gonna copy it. I know, asking you shall receive, child. Go shopping and ta-da. At Cost Metals. I would never show you one platform and not the other. Okay? So this is where we notice I utilize JM Bullion. It's one of my regulars. $40.65. What does it say that the current price of ask price for silver is? Silver is how much? Ask or the spot price of silver is what?
$40?
No, it's not. It's 36.76.
Okay, where do you see that at, Miss Ruby?
Right up top where I just highlighted.
Let me see. Oh, okay. It's so small I can't see it. That's why.
Apologies. I'm catching
No,
up.
it's not you. It's
Now,
just the screen.
I want y'all to see something. Let's go to the sale. On sale, how much is JM Bullion for a coin, a silver coin? And let's open it up. It says add. So right now, if I pay with crypto, I'm paying $39.14 for that coin, correct?
Okay,
Y'all see that? Or am I blind?
I see it.
All right. I get free shipping,
Yes.
anything over $199. Now, I pay for a membership for Ad Cost Metals. Ad Cost Metals is charging $37.95. And right now it's like $1. That's like only about $1 over, a little less than $1 over spot. This is the spot price. Remember, 36.60. Y'all see that? And here is the coin I want to buy, silver coin.
Okay, so spot price means like right
Market. That's what it is on the market right now.
now. Okay.
And when I come to JM Bullion, their spot price is 36.75. So they actually calculated at a higher amount and still charge me $39.14 for buying with crypto.
So
Add to the
you would
cart.
go with the other one, right? Because it's cheaper.
It's not just cheaper, it's verified. It's also stackable. So I can buy as many as I want.
Ah,
You
okay.
know,
And
I
the
can.
other one on the other platform,
No, you can buy as many as you want.
you can buy it. Okay.
Are you sure? No, cancel. 'Cause I'm trying to get to 20. Yeah, that's kind of how I shop. I just get it out the way. I put my budget together and get it out the way. So they have different price ones. Don't get me wrong. You can actually have this sorted by high to low, low to high. So for a half an ounce, remember, silver and gold are measured by quality or purity and weight. Okay. Then it goes into things like specialty. Got it? Or collectors.
Okay.
So their
And
lowest coin is, say it again.
the collectors is sometimes the ones that be having like
They're more, they
people
cost
with
more.
faces and stuff on it, right?
It can be anything, hun. It has nothing to
Oh,
do with
okay.
that. There's lots of people and places on these, and you can still have specialty silver, specialty collector's silver is what it is. So these can go up in range quite a bit. for different reasons. I will buy no more of this man's stuff. Although I might just get it just because I know the value's about to go up because he crazy. He crazy, y'all. So this is 1 ounce of silver. And it's basically a small, or I should say, it's basically this in this form. Does that make sense? These are all 1 ounce, same exact amount. It says 30 grams, 1 ounce. Actually, this is a little under 30, because it's usually 30, I think it's 33 troy ounces or troy grams. No, 33 grams in 1 ounce, I believe it is. So I suggest this is a gram of gold. I buy these, by the way. That's what I have in my wallet. But I buy them when they're wrapped in like the plastics. These I haven't seen in a long time. 100 grams of silver. And this is why I said, if you break it down, the smaller the pieces, the more expensive they are because they're refined. That meant more work went into making them smaller. But you know what is special about that? I'm going to take it because I haven't seen it in a while and I buy these.
And I was going to say, does the value go up in it?
The value is up because it took more to make those. These are smaller.
Okay. But I guess my question is, when the value of silver rises, will that specific piece, because it was forged in such a different way, will it be worth more?
More, okay. So let me try to explain. When the price of silver goes up, it's going to be valued at the by the ounce, the same weight. Even though I'm paying more, I'm paying for usability. Now we're talking about hard metals use case. In this case, I may have to let Nanette do it. Let me see. But she did a good job, and I want to let you guys see it. It's a good video. It's a gold and silver with Lynette Zhang. And I know it's a little late, but I hope that you guys get the most out of this. All righty. I need her short one. Gold versus silver, the US versus the US dollar. She's got a lot of good stuff. Wealth, protect your wealth. Because people ask this question all the time. How much gold or silver do I need? Let's bring it over.
And I've shown you many times how a fiat currency behaves against US dollars, spot silver, and spot gold markets. In the short
There you go.
And I've shown you many times how a fiat currency behaves against US dollars, spot silver, and spot gold markets in the short term as well as the long term. Silver and gold always, always, always outperform US dollars in even just a teeny weeny bit of a longer term, like, say a year or two.
Yep.
And
okay, this is actually a short. Now, one of the shorts that I'm trying to
So
show.
you want to make it easy? You take all the debt that exists, use that as a proxy for all the money that exists, and divide it by all the gold that exists, and it's somewhere north of $40,000 an ounce. And
wow,
pirate dude, if all
she's actually answering Q&A. She answered ours, and hopefully will be on her show. She did say and accept that we would definitely talk about us being on the show because we teach. And she's new to crypto. And in understanding, she's actually come to the point to where she was willing to open the door to anyone can explain crypto as making sense in the economy other than being a Trojan horse. She is, which is understandable. She's new to it, and she understands the use case. People are not supposed to stay in crypto. You use it as a vehicle. Some cryptos have long-term benefits like Bitcoin. But most cryptos are here for you to use through. to get to your purposes. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Got it? Okay. So with this, you can make purchases of whatever is in your budget. And as y'all can see, $37 is not extremely expensive and you can get it. Now, what can we do? How can you get it now? You can do group purchasing. Did you ever think of doing that? You can actually get a group membership.
No, I was actually going to ask you about that, Miss Ruby. I was going to ask you so far as if somebody could ask like how you were saying we can send cash to you in return, get crypto from you. Is that a possibility that people can do that, send crypto to you or cash to you and get gold and silver?
Well, in this case, you would have to, so if you didn't do at cost metals, you can actually do that yourself. You can actually get the crypto and make the purchase. I'll show you here. This is how it completes with crypto purchases. So I come here and I go to checkout, correct?
Okay.
And it says, hey, you're going to check out with crypto. So this is how much it's going to cost you. It's also going to cost me we'll up it so I don't have to pay any even amounts on equal sides, right? 20 pieces there, 20 pieces here. Hit update, go to the wallet. That says 771. By the way, at cost metals, I'm at 759. Is that a considerable difference?
Yeah.
Okay. I've actually now saved about almost $20, right?
Yeah.
Same amount of coins, $20 savings. I'm getting this sent to me. Plus, I earn on my purchases. Every time I make a purchase, I earn on mine, and also when I introduce people or have people come and learn, get their gold and silver and supply their home for less money. Yeah. Heck yeah. So I will definitely refer people to a better way and a lower price to get to your gold and metals. And people, I've done the math, and I was like, well, if it can't be at cost, if you have to pay the membership, and I broke it down, and when I really did the math, and I saw what I spent in fees the last year, I was like, I should have just got that dang at cost metals for 2 years. Yes, because with the shipping and the fees that have been coming, the New York taxes, because I live in New York, and I was like, wow, when I looked at it and I sat down and I paid attention to the person who actually did a really good job of explaining the program. Was not done the first time, by the way. First time, people just kind of threw it on me, did the whole MLM thing, and I was like, out. When someone sits down and explains the difference in how much you will pay here and how much the membership actually does, plus the fact that they're sending you free coin right off the bat, they include coin in the 2-year membership right away. So I have to deduct the price of the coin that they just sent me. But did you also know that when you order through this program, it's tax deductible? You get a tax write-off for actually buying it. When you buy it every month, if you do the monthly program, and I love that because you can just do a couple of coins. I was like, wait, I can just put my coin purchases on autoplay and work on building the funds into the account up to the day.
Now, Miss Ruby, when you say taxes, are you talking about when you file your taxes?
Yes. You can get, so that's the tax deductible part. Because when you're at part of when you're, let's say you instantly get a business because you get a referral number. And when you purchase, every bit of gold or silver you purchase becomes, what do they call it? Advertisement. How do you introduce this process to someone else? You have to have gold or silver, right? So all you're doing is purchasing your advertisement for other people to see so that they can do it. So business can do business.
Okay.
And at the same time, supporting your family's future. What happened?
Were you able to hear me, Miss Ruby?
No, I didn't hear you.
Okay, yeah, my phone it was geeking out.
No, go ahead.
My question was, now when you said taxes, are you saying this is a tax write-off when you file your taxes?
Yeah. Because it's actually
Oh,
a business. When you sign up with this there's this program here, not with the other process. Those are see, you pay taxes at JM Bullion. You can get tax deducted when you're at cost because you are a member with an affiliate number, and everything you buy is a marketing cost.
okay.
What are you marketing?
The gold.
Gold and silver.
Right. Okay.
So this is why they recommend people go on the steady purchase program, because that's what's written off. I love it. I love it. Just get in the habit of building your finances in a stabilized way. The economy is tanking and it's kind of speeding up right now. And folks don't realize that crypto is not the end of the line. I want you all to learn how to trade so that you can learn how to call trades and make a little extra cash to put in your pocket by the day. Just using what you got actively. That's why I want you all to make sure you take the next step and try out trading. Everybody's not a trader. I wasn't a trader until Dennis introduced me to Merkle, which, by the way, I'm going to have you set up on Monday coming back. We'll be set up for that class, for Thursday's class next week on Monday. Okay.
Okay.
All right. But in the meantime, I'm going to come out because you guys just saw how I'm going to get my stuff. And of course, I'm going to go shopping here. Now, do I still purchase from JM Bullion?
Yes.
I can, because what I get from them, I'm not able to. If At Cost Metal doesn't have something, I still have to get what I came for. So I need foils. I need gold, what's called gold backs. And I get them from two places. There's one in the city that I get them from too. I can probably check them out because I will be doing over 1,000. But I'll see about gold backs. These are gold backs. You've probably seen them in the advertisement very recently. This is a 100 pack. Each of these, let me see. Okay, each of these is 1,000 troy ounce. So an ounce of gold right now is what? 20, what is it? 20, let's go back up there. Oh, get silver at spot. How nice. 10 ounces of silver at spot. Whoa. I'm already on that list. They also do a lot of promotion where they give you a lot of cool stuff. They have starter kits as well. Prices are like $1.99 over spot, which is not bad. But you won't see it anywhere else, by the way. So 1/10 of a troy ounce is total, meaning that whole pack is a tenth of an actual ounce coin. All of those gold notes are transferable and transactable in some places like Florida, which now have ability in Florida and Texas, which now allow for the sale of gold for goods and services.
Oh,
The
wow.
states
That's
are
crazy.
changing. Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the times you live in. We have to understand true value in these times, because right now, crypto is 3,450. Now, normally 10% of that, which it says is 1/10 of, is $345. But because they're in these notes, the more transactable, the higher the price. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So each one of these little things here are worth $6.79. Let me show you one of my comparative spaces. There's another one that I said is in New York I go to. That's where I usually get my notes from. So see how I'm going to show you how I price compare. I do not go to one location. I don't follow any one business. I utilize the tools that get me the opportunities I am looking for. I am not committed to any one of these businesses, including At Cost Metals. It may pay me, but it needs to have the products I need. So if I have to get these products somewhere else, then I do. Now, At Cost Metals also had gold backs at one time, but I think they ran out. If you come in here, I try to keep it fair.
I don't want to interrupt, but I gotta, yeah.
I know it's late. It's getting late. You got
Okay.
the video, my darling.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good
I hope you got a
night.
good stuff, some good stuff.
I did. Thank you.
All right. So I gotta get y'all off the bed because I gotta get off the bed. Rest up,
Yes,
baby.
ma'am.
Night. All right. So let me just take a look at all of the websites and then we're done. I'm gonna go to Bullion. Bullion exchanges. There it is. Nope. Okay. Go into Bullion exchanges. The only thing I type in here is gold backs. Because that's the one thing I need. And there's my gold backs. I do 100 pack. And I try to be done with it. So there you are. Okay. Try to check to see what the difference in the price is. $6.79. You see why I get it from them? They're good. They're good to go. This is at spot 340. So they're at exactly spot. Notice that they're roughly at double when they're sold in a pack of 100. Okay. But this is what I'm looking for. Looking to get these. And unfortunately, At Cost Metals does not have gold backs. Oh, yeah. Okay. So it's not even responding. So in this case, I would just get it from Bullion and pick it up. I get it from Bullion exchanges and pick them up. Try to find the best price for them. Nevada, I'll buy this one. And then I'll get it. I like to get more than one. Don't get me wrong. So I'll go for different states, Wyoming. And then we go to checkout. Which, by the way,
Now,
what am I purchasing in?
the location where you are to where you can
Yes.
go in?
Yes,
Oh,
I
okay.
can. I can. And so here I go. I'm making the purchase. I'm going to check out, proceed to check out. It's going to ask me credit card BitPay. Y'all see that? How do you want to do it? You want to do BitPay? Yes, I'm going to do BitPay. Then you proceed to check out. Make sure I log myself in. I have an account. These are the 2 items that are in my box. There's some things that are no longer available like this. I'm not getting those anymore because I got silver at a better price. So I'm going to grab, oh my, I have to correct this. It's 4 items. Whoo-hoo. I have to remove this. I got to remove it and go back. I ain't trying to go there. Stop that.
Yeah, that's
So
a
you
lot
got
of
to
money.
go. Mm-hmm. And I have a budget. See, I'm doing my budget elsewhere. Okay, there we go. Gold backs. It knows what I mean. So then I have to go to the other one and grab another one of the others. So currently I have the Wyoming. Thank God I could see that. Then I go to Nevada, buy that one. Then I go to checkout, hit BitPay, and proceed. You see it's setting it up. It's telling me where. I can actually have it go to their store and pick it up from the store.
No, that's cool.
Okay. It has taxes. Y'all see that? I'm getting taxed. So it raises the price even further. So when we're
Right.
thinking about these things, we've got to really consider all of the expenses, all of how we're purchasing, what we're purchasing, where we're getting it from. Also, location is huge. Okay, so what I do, and then since they don't have gold backs, I'll probably get a few pieces of gold. But in this platform, I like the silver. I'm gonna get 2 of these. Yeah. Here, my budget is about 2 grand. I'm working with that. Then we get to the get to gold. Where's shopping? Oh, my bad. I have foils in there. All right. Then we go to, I'll uncheck anything I don't want right now. If I'm not looking at it, I'm taking it out to just make it smaller. See, 21 results. Oh, that costs. My bad. Okay, so from low to high, what am I getting? I can get a 1/10 of a gram of gold. At cost knows that gold is at 34. Well, why are we getting 37.1? Why are we paying over 34, right? I should be paying $344, right? Why do you think?
They're smaller, harder to.
Exactly. If this was a larger piece, it would be less. The smaller the piece, the more it goes up. And this is also not specialty. I didn't have any specialty pieces. This, by the way, the gold piece that I put in there is considered a specialty. You see. And 10%, 1/10. The smaller the pieces, the higher the price, ladies. I'm telling you right now. It doesn't matter where you're going, but how much is the difference is important. You're going to pay a little more for the tradability. Now, you think it's easier to trade a bigger bar for smaller things than a smaller bar when you need it? So let's try that again. Is it easier to trade for using a bigger bar or using a smaller bar for something that you need to trade for?
Smaller.
So the smaller it is, the more flexible it is when you need to use it.
Mm-hmm.
If I had a 10-ounce bar of something, I have 10 ounces. That means I have $30,000 worth, but I only need you to get 3,000. How am I gonna get that out of there? How you gonna give me change? How you gonna give me change, right? That's
You
why
can't.
you think I'm stocking up on some of these. These are the smallest ones they have. Smallest portions,
Yeah.
which is why you pay more. This is
Because
a much
that's
higher
like
premium.
that's like your quarters and your nickels and dimes, kind of.
Exactly. So it is important that we learn the process of purchasing, but I will be going in and then we're going to go to checkout. Let's see what checkout looks like. It says, oops, your ACM balances. Now, it's going to say, okay, ACM balance, this is how much she's trying to purchase. I need to put my info in, right? Got that. How do I add to my ACM balance? I need certain ways to do it. Place order, update price, edit my order. No. I need to get to being able to purchase. And in order to do that, I got to add money to my balance. Well, how do I do that? Where is it going to take me? So from what I understand, I add funds here. This is my dashboard. I can do it with a credit card. I can mail them a check. They still take checks, y'all. I can do a wire transfer, which is extremely expensive. I can do it with a Dogecoin or a Litecoin. Which do you recommend, Doge or Lite?
Maybe Litecoin.
Like, I guess because I've been seeing it.
Okay, so we do Litecoin. What's that? What is this?
I can't really see it.
That's the address.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because to do Litecoin, don't I have to be able to send them the funds?
Yeah.
Okay. So he says Litecoins, once we see your funds on the Litecoin network, we will apply it to your account. Copied. Now, where do I have Litecoin? Or where can I have Litecoin?
And you're okay. No.
Why not? You want to?
Is
Why don't
that
we
how you
check?
OKX wallet?
Let's take a
Is that how
look.
you do
Isn't why would it be OKX wallet?
it? Because it has a lot of different coins.
Right. Exactly, ladies. Right. OKX is a multi-user coin wallet. Has multi coins on it. Now let's go. Litecoin, LITE, coin. Here we go. Ta-da. Oh, did it come in? Let me see what we got. What we got. LTC. Actually, it is LTC. There we go. The Litecoin network. Here's Litecoin. That's what I'm talking about. So we're going to turn it on. Go back to the wallet. Look for LTC, which by the way is here. And we got to we have to get some coin in here. How would I do that?
Swap coin.
I'd have to swap for some coin, correct? But it appears I do not have enough coins on here. I don't have enough coin in here to support those two purchases. And let's take a look. Are both of them getting Litecoin? Let's see if they both, which coins are on the other platforms. Which one does JM accept? Let's see. So let's go make the purchase. Come on, add to cart. Check out now. Okay, I'm registered. I need to register in here. Up, crypto, check out. There we go. And JM sends it by mail. I get theirs by mail. It gets mailed to my apartment. Free shipping. I got it. There we go. All the steps. It's coming to me. Here we go. BitPay pops right up. I agree. Yes. Maybe not. Accept all. All right. You do not have to accept payment. So BitPay is here. It says I can go to BitPay wallet. Look at these beautiful wallets. If my wallet does not show up here, what can I do? First, we can search 100 wallets. OKX, right? There it is. Ooh, look at all the coins that it accepts. It says not supported. Doge not supported. Only the supported ones. So far, you can see Ethereum is USDC coin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash. So we need Bitcoin for this wallet, right? Y'all see it? The ones that say supported, you use all of them. Bitcoin and Ethereum and USDC, Ethereum. Those are the only coins that are accepted on this platform. Then let's go to, here's Bullion exchanges. Now let's put through the order. I've seen the terms, yada, yada. I put my address in. Yes, yes. I'm going to BitPay again. I got 41 seconds to get this order through. There we go. Come on. Sign it. Oh, don't sign up. Log in. Bridges, bridges, and bridges. Bridges. Okay. Try it again. What's going on? That's my login. Okay. Go back. Close the invoice. Now, one of the things that happens, it empties my cart and it becomes a pending order until I do it again. Oh, these are fun. It says gold is surging. Sell to us. Notice something? Now they want to buy your gold. Y'all see that? They'll buy your silver and your gold. They'll even sell it to you in bulk. Is a huge push for this gold and silver. And if you need to get it get it out of the system, your cash out of the system, this is the quickest way to do it and the most solid, secure way to get it done. But the first step for me, and that's just for me, my strategy is first, make sure the money starts making money. Next, then pull it into the long-term process. Okay, and with that, we're going to complete. It's just me and you, Miss Rose. So don't
Thank you. Because
I'm
glad to be able to get it done so that we can start all over.
Yep, that's right. And just let me know if you need any support, okay?
Hit replay. Thank you so much.
Right. I love it. Have a good night. Take care and get some rest so you can get up spry and ready to go.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. Me too.